left here a half an hour ago. I'm giving you, I said the hell with it. When you see me tomorrow and I look like a lobster, remember you did it. And showed the entire world how the West was won. They helped make America into the greatest nation in the history of the world, and the best is yet to come. It's coming. Proud citizens like you help build this country, and together we are taking back our country. We are returning power to you, the American people. With your help, your devotion, and your drive, we are going to keep on working. We are going to keep on fighting, and we are going to keep on winning, winning, winning. We are one movement, one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. And together with the incredible people of Arizona, we have made America powerful again. We have made America wealthy again. We have made America strong again. We have made America proud again. We have made America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you, Arizona. Get out and vote. Thank you.
The President of the United States in Prescott, Arizona, heading now to Tucson, Arizona. We've got two crews covering the President today in the great state of Arizona. We are going to be live from Tucson in just a few moments. Right now, we're going to wrap up with our correspondents Tom O'Neill and Brick Suit live in Prescott. We wish we could play YMCA. We'll definitely get the President's dance moves in. I know a lot of you get upset when we can't play the YMCA, but we could get copyright from YouTube, so we're not going to do that. We're going to play it safe. We've got 15, 16 days or so left before, well, 15 now, before the election, so we're not taking any chances. So we're going to be live in Tucson. Over on the right of your screen, you see the overflow beginning to file in. Liz Willis is standing by over there. I want to thank all of you. It is very difficult for us to travel the country like this, but we have hired some new cameramen. We've hired some new correspondents, and we think we're ready to go. You can expect the President to start campaigning like crazy after Thursday's debate. And when I say crazy, I mean it could get really nuts. 3 rallies in a day, 4 rallies in a day, maybe even 5 rallies in a day. So if you want to support us and help us get there, rsbnetwork.com/donate. Every cent goes towards our crew getting to the next events, and we're going to do everything in our power to help President Trump bypass mainstream media. Thank you again for the 100,000 or so of you watching today on our YouTube, and everybody else as well. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit subscribe, and you'll get to see every one of these. We're already live on the Tucson stream, and so if you're watching on the Tucson stream, stick around. We'll be there live from Tucson in just a few minutes. We're going to go back live to Brick Suit and Tom O'Neill in Prescott right now. Thank you all for joining us. See you here from Tucson in a minute.
Rally. President Trump is leaving, and while he's departing here, we're going to say one more message about our partner today, Disney Coins. Disney Coins, the epitome of made in America. They're made in the USA, and even the machines that they are made on, those machines are made in the USA. And the people who make them deeply love America. The coins are made with genuine silver and copper. Coins are valuable and a unique and worthwhile purchase, which always means they make perfect presents. They come in over 20 patriotic designs, and over 2 new designs are being added each month. So we at RSBN, we're going to be collecting these coins, and you can collect them along with us. Disney is giving 10% of the profits to conservative causes, so they benefit the community as well. So you can go to disney.coins, Check out the inventory. Start your very own collection of Trump coins today and use the code RSBN at checkout for an extra discount. And that website is Disney Coins, DISMECOINS.com. And while you're there, don't forget to sign up for the huge election giveaway. Join the Join tab on that. The more people who register, the more prizes they'll be giving out. And here's Tom to tell us about another way that you can support us here at RSBN.
Thanks, Brick. You did a great job today. It was an honor and a pleasure to work with you. Great job. So thanks for everyone watching another memorable, peaceful protest here on Brightside Broadcasting Network. We're so proud to bring it all to you, all the sights and sounds and actions. President Trump landing here on Marine One. It was a dusty landing, but it was a beautiful dusty landing here in Prescott, Arizona. So we really appreciated that. The U.S. will never be a socialist country. President Trump emphasizing that once again. Politics of the pandemic. He talked about COVID-19 and the politics of the pandemic, how President Trump, if and when he gets reelected, he will keep the regulations down and try to get us back to some sense of normalcy. The goal is to make America strong again and make America great again. So President Trump also talked about taxes, the greatest tax cut versus the greatest tax increase if Joe Biden is elected president, and warning people about that Second Amendment, religious liberty. Talked about our wonderful women of the suburbs, Women for Trump, and the women responded with chants of "We love you" from the crowd. Really was a beautiful thing. Press secretary, our wonderful press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, came out and spoke after surviving a coronavirus herself.
Wasn't that great to see her up there? That was fantastic.
Absolutely.
The crowd loves her too.
Getting stronger and stronger by the day, and just a great thing to see people back to health and getting back to some sense of normalcy here. Also talked about Martha McSally, and Martha McSally invited her up on the stage, and she talked about Senator Martha McSally, how she's in her re-election campaign. She's asking people for their vote, and that Arizona will decide the fate of the election here, just 15 days away from the presidential election. We're living in history, folks. Also President Trump talked about law enforcement, infrastructure, the military upgrades, how important it is that we have peace through strength. Also talked about sending an astronaut to Mars, how important it is to inspire people. President Trump has done that across the country, inspiring people on a daily basis. Also talked about, last but not least, saying that the best is yet to come for our country, and it's so important that people continue to reach out to the friends and family and get them to go out and vote. Just 15 days away, and we're going to be following President Trump, and we're going to have another rally. This is just game one of a doubleheader. Liz Willis will be coming up shortly to bring you the second rally, peaceful protest of the day, live from Tucson, Arizona, just south of here, and she's going to bring you all the action coming up really quick here, so stay tuned to Rightside Broadcasting Network. Check us out on our website, rsbnetwork.com. rsbnetwork.com/donate. There you can donate through PayPal, and we also have a link to Patreon. You can be a monthly member of our family, a monthly subscriber. Donate to our channel at patreon.com/RSBN. We thank you so much for your love and support and your prayers as we travel to all these rallies. We feel your prayers. We really appreciate it. Tomorrow we're going to be in Erie, Pennsylvania. Then Wednesday we're going to be in North Carolina. Then the third presidential debate is on Thursday. Where's that going to be, Brett?
Nashville. That's going to be in Nashville.
Nashville, Tennessee. So anything else you want to talk about before we sign off, Rick?
Yeah. Well, the president said it. He wants us to get out there and vote early. Then he wants us to get our co-workers to vote. Helicopters are departing. The crowd is saying goodbye for the last time today. It's a fabulous sight. I mean, and he wants us all to go out and vote. And as I said, convey the message after you make your personal vote. Motivate your other people, your friends and your immediate family. Talk to them about the election. Make sure they're registered. If you're in a state where you can still register, get that done. And he said, let's make America great again. He is the right man for this job. He is the right man to bring the economy back. Unemployment is dropping. We're getting back to where we were 3 years ago. And it's just going to be, it is going to be the greatest year in the American economy next year. We're going to re-elect President Trump for a second term. I'm just thrilled to be a part of it.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Rick, for your wonderful job as our guest host today. And last but not least, if you'd like to send us a letter or a check, the old school way, you could send it to RSBN. You can make out your check to RSBN and send it to 1550 Opelika Road, Opelika, 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344 in Auburn, Alabama, and the zip code is 36830. So that's everything. We covered all the board with the donations and everything. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, click on the bell, and like our streams. We're coming up next. Stay with us. We're going to be in Tucson, Arizona. Liz Willis bringing all of the rally experience to you live, showing you all the speakers and all of the crowds. And we're going to send it back to Joe Seals back in Auburn, Alabama. War Eagle, live from Prescott, Arizona. Prescott. Have a good night.
Take care, everybody.
All right, Tom and Brick. War Eagle, by the way, Tom. I'm back here at the studio. We're going to make the transition now over to Tucson. You don't have to go anywhere if you're watching on the Tucson stream. If you're watching on the Prescott stream, if you want to see the Tucson stream as well, I have a feeling the crowd might be a lot bigger. Not that the crowd in Prescott wasn't big. It was absolutely massive. But I think the Tucson crowd is going to be absolutely unbelievable. So we've got overflow cams set up in Tucson, and this is the overflow cam, which will be moving soon. But our main camera will be up in just a second. So hang on. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Enjoy the American Dreamer. Until then.
at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We are just 57 minutes away from what I think will be Marine One landing behind us and President Trump taking the stage. Now, if you've been tuned in today, you know that you just watched an incredible rally in Prescott, Arizona. President Trump began his speech a little bit after noon, running a little behind schedule, but regardless, it was extremely high energy. Right Side Broadcast Network had coverage through and through. If you want to see what some of those lines and crowds looked like, make sure to check us out on Twitter at RSBN Network. I also want to say thank you to everyone who's followed us on Instagram. Today, we officially broke 25,000 followers. Now, while that is the smallest of our platforms, it's not to be overlooked, so we're working on growing that as well. You guys have been incredible. We have over 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, around, I think, 150 on Twitter, and now 150,000 on Twitter. Now 25,000 on Instagram. Let's make sure all of you guys that were able to watch the Prescott, Arizona rally coverage, please go and follow us, like our stuff. Just help us beat that algorithm that works to censor conservative platforms. I'm going to jump into my email really quick. We've been getting some updates regarding President Trump's travel plans today, his speech earlier, and expected arrival times. I think it is worth noting that the high today here in the desert is 94 degrees, so it's extremely hot. The campaign has done a very diligent job of providing water, shade. There are fans over in the hangar behind me. However, the majority of this rally is going to be in direct sunlight, so it's hot, and the people here...
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Catholics for Trump.
I'm actually Catholics for Trump, I'm actually Latinos for Trump, and I'm actually cops for Trump. I'm a retired Los Angeles deputy sheriff. I want to pray. You know, the Holy Bible tells us that we should pray for our government and those people in leadership in 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1 and 2. And so let's pray for the most amazing president since Abraham Lincoln. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, you gave us President Trump for such a time as this. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we call upon the Holy Spirit to fill the heart of President Trump with wisdom and understanding and the fire of your love. Oh, come, Holy Spirit, and fill the heart of President Trump with heavenly grace. Enlighten him, guide him, strengthen him, console him, sanctify him. Place a protective hedge around him and the First Lady. Oh God, send forth your Holy Spirit to President Trump so that he can renew the face of America. And we ask for God's wisdom to guide our dear president, God's word to speak to him, God's hand to guide him and guard him, God's shield to protect him. Oh God, shine your face upon him and bless him abundantly and cover him under the shadow of your wings. Lord, we pray for the health and welfare of President Trump. Lord, be his strength. Wash him with the precious blood of your Son, Jesus. Oh, good Jesus, hear President Trump as he calls to you from the depths of his heart, and give him the wisdom to govern your people and govern your nation. Oh God, protect President Trump from the evil one and send forth your protective angels to stand guard over him and the First Lady and destroy all curses from his enemies and protect him as he stays awake and watch over him as he sleeps. Lord God, supply all his needs according to your riches and glory in Christ Jesus. To God our Father be glory forever and ever. Amen.
At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as veteran Chris King leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Everybody find your flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
To further honor our country, please welcome Yvette Serino for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? God bless you guys, and God bless President Donald J. Trump. Woo!
A great prayer to start us off, the Pledge of Allegiance, and then a beautiful rendition of the National Anthem. I think that was one of actually the best ones I've heard, and I think at this point I've heard hundreds from these rallies. That she was incredible and actually kind of incorporated the crowd a little bit, pointing to the crowd as she hit that final note, Home of the Brave. They seemed to receive it well and ended up cheering her pretty loud. Looks like we have about 23,000 people watching live right now. We had a rally earlier this morning in Prescott, Arizona. President Trump just concluded that and is actually airborne right now, traveling on Marine One here to Tucson, Arizona. He is about 45 minutes shy of taking the stage for his scheduled speech time at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So hopefully you guys are not sick of him quite yet today. This is a dual campaign stop for President Trump today. He is going to be live from Erie, Pennsylvania tomorrow, and then from Gastonia, North Carolina on Wednesday, leading up to the presidential debate on Thursday in Nashville, Tennessee. We don't have any more rallies announced just yet, but as soon as they are, Right Side Broadcasting Network is going to let you guys know via our Twitter. Our Instagram will announce it everywhere. We'll plan to be there, and we are going to bring you President Trump's rallies live and in person. We can talk about the polls for half a second. People want to say that President Trump is losing to Joe Biden in Arizona. Arizona is going to be a tough swing state, but look at these crowds today, guys. It's absolutely insane. It's all over Twitter. You can look at some footage on President Trump's Twitter as well. The crowds in Prescott were insane. The crowds here are insane. And it's really hard to do it justice. One thing I want to really reiterate to you guys is just how hot it is here. Not to complain, but to allow people to understand what these people are going through to be here right now. I mean, this is 100-degree weather. They've been waiting for hours. It's not like you just park, walk right in. To even be inside this event, these lions got together hours early, waited outside in the blazing sun to be here today. So a lot of dedication and a lot of support for President Trump in Arizona. I think it's kind of a common denominator even across the rest of the United States for these swing states. They call them swing states, and then we show up for these rallies, and it is tens of thousands of people that are diehard fans for President Trump that no doubt are rushing to the polls, if not have already requested absentee ballots or have already early voted. I think it's going to be a landslide election for President Trump based on what I've seen with his campaign so far. It's absolutely incredible work put on by the campaign. Hard work as well to go through all the logistics of planning these rallies and to execute them so flawlessly, not to mention all the security detail you have to work around when it is the sitting president of the United States that you have to campaign. And that is a stark contrast to former Vice President Joe Biden, who has yet to have a single campaign rally this size, not a single one in any state. His have a maximum of maybe, I'm being very generous here, a dozen people sitting in lawn chairs that they brought from home. I don't see how there's even a competition here. And that doesn't even bring me to my next point. He called a lid until Thursday. For those of you who are not familiar with media terms or press terms, a lid essentially means you're done for the day. You will not be making any public appearances that press would need to or want to be at. It means you have no campaign events, no public appearances. So that's a lid. You're done for the day. You call a lid, that means you're closing it. President Trump does not call lids. He's up at 6 a.m. He's done by midnight. Maybe I've seen a few midday, but that's really only if he has private meetings that are closed to the press. Biden, you guys, this is insane. People are really thinking they're going to vote for a guy that doesn't even care enough about his position to campaign for it a whole week. We are 2 weeks shy of the United States presidential election. This man's not even leaving his house. I would really love a job that pays what he gets. I think he's worth like $400 million. He doesn't even leave his house for a week straight. I don't get to go to my house at all. And this man has really made a life for himself. Not one I really want to live, but regardless, it's ridiculous that people think he's actually going to be a good president. I'm not sure what they think, but if he can't even campaign, how is he supposed to run the White House and run our country? It's insane here. We're having some Wi-Fi issues on my phone. I'm trying to interact with the chat, talk to you guys, but maybe that'll start working for me in a little bit. In the meantime, if you're not familiar with the Right Side Broadcasting Network and you're just tuning in, you should know we are almost entirely viewer funded, meaning we rely on your donations to cover all of these rallies, to travel across the country, and to live stream President Trump's events. At this point, we have 4 different teams, and we send up mainly our cameramen, reporters if we have enough, if we can logistically make it work, to cover these rallies. I'm here today with a team of 3 cameramen. We're making sure we get all the angles for you guys today. And this is President Trump's second rally of the day. Each of these rallies costs between $5,000 and $7,000 to get to send the full teams, to have the technology, the equipment. So it's very expensive, and it's definitely a different business model when it comes to large networks. We actually, when it comes to numbers, we have more viewers on every single one of these rallies without fail compared to all of the large mainstream media outlets. And yet we do it for probably 1/100th of the cost, if even. And it's your donations that allow us to do that and to provide you with this stream. We are the only people that do this kind of streaming, live stream every single President Trump rally. If you need to find out more info about it, you can always check us out on Twitter. But we come to these, we show the audience, we pan the crowds, unlike the rest of the media. And President Trump makes it a point to mention that at all of his rallies, he's fed up with people who refuse to show the crowds. So that's exactly what we do. And we do rely on your donations to allow us to keep doing that. We have a little bit over 2 weeks left until November 3rd. And we are going to fight tooth and nail to get every single possible undecided voter and fight to make sure every conservative makes sure that they know that their vote matters, really to encourage them to get out to the polls. Don't just think my one vote doesn't matter. That's not how we win elections. Enthusiasm is what wins elections, and that's what we want to show you guys today. These people, these are thousands of people that are enthusiastic enough here in Tucson, Arizona to stand in 100-degree heat, straight blazing sun for hours on end to support their president, to show their support for President Trump. So the rest of us can march to the polls happily and cast our vote for the best president that the United States has ever had. There are a number of ways you can support us at RSBN, the first one being the YouTube Super Chat. You can send a donation via the $ in the bottom right-hand corner of the YouTube live chat. And every single penny matters. As soon as I have Wi-Fi, I will start to read those out and to give shout-outs. The second way you can donate is via our website. That's www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. Again, that's www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. Our website is donations are done through PayPal. So it's a tried, true, and trusted source. You don't have to worry about your information going anywhere. We don't, and we'll never send that or sell it out. We just simply need your donations to continue following President Trump. A third way, a lot of people like this. We like it because we don't have to pay PayPal or YouTube a percentage. And a lot of y'all like it because you don't trust the internet. It's fine, but you can send a non-electronic donation to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. We also want to say thank you to our partners over at Disney Coins. Disney Coins has been absolutely vital to Right Side Broadcasting Network and supporting us, allowing us to continue traveling to all these rallies, and we can't thank them enough, but we want to tell you guys to go check them out. They are a precious metals company specializing in copper and silver coins. These coins have designs highlighting different moments from President Trump's administration and many of his numerous accomplishments so far. Some of the designs are the MAGA hat, leftist tears, President Trump, of course, there's Melania Trump, Conan the Hero Dog, the southern border for building the wall and encouraging stricter immigration policies. If you want to check those out, check out their website. That's www.disneycoins.com. And don't forget, they are doing a massive giveaway in honor of the presidential election coming November 3rd. Again, just 2 weeks away. Check them out. Click to the giveaways tab on the left-hand side of the screen. To enter the giveaway, you just need your name and email address. Super simple. The more people that enter, the more winners will be announced. So you can read all that information on www.disneycoins.com. If you find something you love and you want to purchase it, make sure that you use code RSBN at checkout for a percentage off your order. Gonna hop into some of the chats. Again, we are non-scripted, we have no teleprompter, nothing like that. So there are going to be some pauses and whatnot today. I am a one-woman team, so I have my 3 cameramen. They're wonderful, but I have no way to communicate with them. So I'm trying to monitor everything going on, talk to headquarters, as well as make sure I know what's going on here and what's going on with President Trump. I really want to be involved in the YouTube Super Chat, but the Wi-Fi is not holding steady, so bear with me. I know some people have probably commented, and I want to make sure we say, hey, okay, looks like it's working. And there was a wasp. It looks like we have Serena Parok and Sandalwood Spirit. Okay, I just want to ask you a question. Does anybody know what's going on with Hunter Biden and his laptop? I have seen so many stories regarding it, and they're absolutely repulsive. I don't know what to believe. Let me know in the chat room what you think is really going on with his laptop. Do you think that it's the reason Joe Biden called a lid until Thursday? In my head, it kind of makes sense. It kind of adds up. They find all this stuff on his laptop. It's really bad. I don't even want to say what they are alleging is on it. And now he's probably got to meet with lawyers. President Trump is saying he's been caught, and he's now meeting with his lawyers trying to figure this out. Personally, I really have no idea, but I know that that makes more sense than anything else I'm seeing. Ellen Sotobnev said, are you in Tucson now? Yes, we are in Tucson, Arizona. We are here for President Trump's Make America Great Again rally. He is going to be taking the stage, or he's scheduled to take the stage at 3 p.m. That is Mountain Standard Time. So we're roughly 30 minutes away from President Trump arriving here today. This man is extremely busy. He had his rally earlier today in Prescott, Arizona. Yesterday was Carson City, Nevada. Tomorrow is Erie, Pennsylvania, and that is going to be followed by Gastonia, North Carolina on Wednesday. All of these leading up to the presidential debate on Thursday in Nashville, Tennessee. I have never seen a president campaign this hard, and these rallies are historic. These are the largest political rallies I have ever seen, not just in my lifetime, but as far as any of the textbooks I've seen. I mean, if I'm missing something, let me know. But I'm pretty sure I'm watching history in the making, and I'm pretty sure y'all are a part of it. Your viewership on RSBN, your support, what allows us to continue streaming this. This is history, and people don't care enough to even broadcast it. It blows our minds, but we're here. We're not giving up on you guys, and we're not giving up on President Trump. We saw what happened in 2016, and we just refuse to believe some of these polls. Looks like we have a $5 from donation who said, hit the gas from A. Doff Lighter. I know I need some gas. The sun is like... we have Marianne Holtzman for $4.99. Another $4.99 from Julie J. Jules, who put a bunch of cute hearts and said Right Side Broadcasting Network. We also have a new member, David Latham, who joined us. So welcome to RSBN. We have 30,000 viewers right now. Not bad, you guys. I know we're still half an hour out from President Trump's arrival. However, the earlier stream had around 90,000, I think. So we have to beat that. This is a little later in the day. I'm a little competitive. I want the world to see what is happening. This red wave that is coming, this landslide victory that's going to happen on November 3rd for President Trump. And you guys can help me make sure that more people see this stream. So it's not just financial or monetary donations that get us from point A to point B and allow us to stay in business. But if we didn't have viewership, this would be for nothing. It's the viewers, it's spreading this message, getting this message out. That is so important to us, and it's really what we're here for. If we don't have anyone looking at the crowds, what's the point of panning them? So help us out by sharing this stream, please. You can copy and paste it onto your Facebook, your Twitter, tag us on your Instagram, you name it. Just help us to make sure all of your followers, all of your Facebook friends, family, cousins, neighbors, you name it, people need to see this. It's actually incredible how many people don't know about what's happening. They have no idea. This red wave that is going to come crashing down on November 3rd. They see the polls, they see the fake news, and they're complacent enough to believe it, to not go out and do further research, not come to one of these rallies and see the tens of thousands of people that are here. And it's almost shocking, but sometimes I have to pinch myself. Is this even real? Everyone asks me, all my friends, I'm not even dramatizing here, everyone that I talk to, they know what I do for a living. They say, well, what do you think is going to happen? Really, what do you think? How is this election going to work out? And all I can say is, based on what I have seen, the crowds and the enthusiasm at these rallies, I don't know how it's possible for President Trump to not win by a landslide. This is going to be a landslide if everything is done legally. I have no idea what's going to happen with these crazy absentee and mail-in ballots that some postal service workers are dumping in creeks and throwing away. But based on the energy, I mean, there's really absolutely nothing like it. It's truly phenomenal. We also have $10 Canadian dollars from Real Power. And we have a $99.99 donation from Johnny Duck Hunter K, and a $5 donation from Andrea Smith, $4.99 from Ron Bovey, who said, West Virginia loves you. I hope Biden pays for what he has lied to America about. Another $10 donation from Dater951, who said Trump 2020. We have Matt Bisbee, who said, love the coverage, Trump 2020. 2 new members. We have Karen Dunn as well as Martha Vallego. So thank you both. $5.05 from New York City, who said great coverage, hashtag walk away. Thank you. Hope New York City is okay right now and can get back to its glorious self eventually. 1998 from Shania, or 1998 Shania donated $5. So thank you. Seriously, you guys, every single penny counts. If you're confused on what I'm doing right now, I'm just giving shout outs. I think it's a lot of fun to hear your name read out loud when I'm not at these rallies. I'll send in my donations just so I can hear my friends and co-workers say my name out loud. So I'm reading the YouTube Super Chat donations right now. It's not too late to get those in. And after this, I'm going to start reading the website donations. So if you have a preference of the two, you can go to www.rsbnetwork.com/donate for the website donations. And if you want it read out on YouTube, that's just as much fun. So I'm chilling in the YouTube Super Chat right now, gonna give shout outs and read your donations and see what type of comments or questions you might have today. Hawaii Bound donated and said, I wish Trump would come to Hawaii. We have flipped to red. That is huge for Hawaii. I have seen some incredible footage of Trump supporters in Hawaii, so it's funny you mentioned that, but also I promise you there is nobody that wants President Trump to campaign in Hawaii more than me. I've never been there, and I would demand it to our CEO, Joe Seals, that I am first on the correspondence list to go. It would be so beautiful. Martha Gallegos become a new member, so thank you, Martha. Karen Dunn as well. $9.99 from Matt Bisbee, who said, love the coverage. $10 from Dater951. You guys are killing it in the chat room. I love it. It's 32,000 people watching right now, but the chat room is still extremely fun and exciting. So thank you to everyone for making sure that that's possible here today at our Tucson, Arizona rally, where President Trump is scheduled to begin his speech in less than 30 minutes. Keep in mind, we are officially 15 days out from the United States presidential election, the largest and most important election of our lifetime, quite literally. We are choosing between capitalism and democracy versus socialism and communism. It's insane. I actually remember the first day I ever learned about communism and socialism, and I was sitting in I think it was a history class. I think it was Coach Bugles. I think I was like 12 years old, and he was just explaining it to us, and I remember what he said, but I'll spare you the details. And I remember thinking, thank God I will never have to worry about that here in the United States, because we're not that stupid. Well, here I am 10 years later worried about it. I don't know what that says about us, but hopefully the majority wins here and we can get back to President Trump leading this great country. $5 Canadian, and Epicenter said from Canada, I voted for Trump, Baba Bowie. Thank you. €5 from Spencer Sr., who said Scotland loves President Trump. And the beautiful Liz, Trump Train 2020 from Edinburgh, Scotland. Very cool. I love to see these different foreign currencies coming in for your donations. I think it says a lot about President Trump and the support he has from across the world. And surprisingly enough, these are not, I think it's yens that the Chinese use. No Chinese currency on this campaign, baby. $100 from AskSoul.com. Again, that's Ask Soul, who said, support America by matching me. God bless America. God bless Trump. God bless you all, California Republicans. Speaking of Californian Republicans, have you guys seen that footage from, was it near Laguna? I don't know what part of California it was in yesterday. Maybe Newport Beach. Not super familiar with California, but there were boats for President Trump. The highway was lined for miles. It was absolutely incredible. Truth Freedom donated $20 and said, you guys are amazing. So glad I found this channel. And Johnny Duck Hunter K donated $99. So thank you so much. We have Tommy S, who said, Arizona loves you all. We also have Irene Jewel Wilson, who became a new member. So keep those donations in the YouTube Super Chat coming in. I am officially moving over to the email donations, so I'm going to start giving those some shout outs. Stand by. Hopefully you guys were able to hear some of that audio in the background. The crowd is currently chanting USA, USA, USA. We do have a travel pool announcement. They said the Marine One was wheels up at 1:55 Mountain Standard Time. So that's 40 minutes ago. They are headed to the next rally with the press pool following in Ospreys. That's sick. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before, and I'm extremely jealous, once again, of the White House press pool. Not only do they normally get to travel in Air Force One, but today they get to travel in Ospreys. Sign me up. I want to travel in an Osprey, but that'll be some cool footage for our cameraman and all of you guys watching. A little cool information, something to look forward to. We have Patricia Hutchins, who donated via our website, and we have Mark Conroy, as well as Kevin Harlow, who said, MAGA, take Nevada back for baby Sislak. Trump 2020 can't be bought. Fight for freedom. Robin Brigman said, Native Americans for Trump. Tim K donated via our website, www.rsbnetwork.com/donate, and said, thanks for your dedication to covering these events and letting our president deliver his message uncensored. Yes, you brought up a great point. We are not censored. We are completely live. You can tell we mess up all the time. We don't have teleprompters. We don't have scripts. We don't memorize anything. We are here, and it doesn't take that much to be a journalist. You don't really need a fancy document from an expensive school. Sadly, I paid a lot for mine, but I don't know if it helped or not. I do love my job. Maybe Auburn helped me with that. But all we have to do is point these cameras. That is all we do. It is honesty and truthfulness that has allowed us to grow this far, and you really don't even need my commentary to see what's happening here. We have great camera work. We pan the crowds. And that's what RSBN does. We will never censor the President of the United States of America. Dottie Siders said, thank you for the way you cover our beloved president. Just a few more days. I am not going to be able to sleep. That last week, not only will we be working insane, probably with up to 5 campaign rallies a day, but I'm also going to be so nervous, anxious, excited. We have Rick Jason, who said, hey, Dims, look over your shoulders. The silent majority has arrived. Thank you, Right Side Broadcasting. Outstanding work. Fox, who? Jerry DePrima said, may God protect us from the evil of the left. Nada Lorette said, Trump Pence 2020. Thank you, Mr. President, for fighting for us. Go big or go home. Doug Simpson said, Trump is the greatest president ever. God bless America. Sabrina C. Wang donated as well as Susan Talone, who said, you have our support from the East Valley. God bless from Santan Valley, Arizona. Tai Wen donated and said, love President Trump 2020. Vote for Republicans. Throw out Democrats. We have Jamie Lynn Jacobs, who said, best president in my lifetime. I love our president. God bless him, his family, his administration, the USA. 4 more years. Vote red all the way. Those are the donations from our website for today's rally. We are live with Right Side Broadcasting Network here in Tucson, Arizona. Keep in mind, we're almost entirely viewer funded. So what I'm reading out are the donations. The donations coming in are what allow us to travel this great country and bring you President Trump's rallies. There's a number of ways you can donate. The first one being the YouTube Super Chat. The second one being our website, which is www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. And the third one is to send a check. This is a non-electronic form of donation. You can send that check to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. There are thousands of people here right now waiting for President Trump's arrival. He's scheduled to arrive by 3 p.m. He's going to be traveling via Marine One. The press will be following in Ospreys here today. It's a little bit of change of pace from the usual rally style, which is Air Force One. Again, we are out west. It's a very hot day. I'm not sure what logistics play into figuring out which method of transportation the president takes, but nonetheless, excited to see Ospreys. These things are so cool to watch and to land. Hopefully they'll land pretty close so we can see it, as opposed to landing further away and then the motorcade coming in. The campaign is throwing out Trump hats, MAGA hats, and it looks like we have most likely Secret Service unveiling the podium. They have kept it covered up a lot more recently. I'm sure it has to do with COVID measures, but they keep it covered for the Pledge of Allegiance, the pre-speakers, National Anthem. They come out, and I've seen them swab it a few times. And before, looks like we might be getting the presidential seal going up here shortly. Really think there's nothing more beautiful than that presidential seal. It's pretty cool. I'd love to see it on face masks. Some of the White House officials get to wear them here at the rallies, and it looks pretty awesome. So you guys stay tuned. Keep an eye on that podium. Let's see what he's up to. It's a sure signal that President Trump is en route and will be landing here with us shortly. Again, Arizona is technically a swing state. A lot of these polls have him following Joe Biden's lead in this state. I don't see how it's possible. I don't see Joe Biden in Arizona. These two rallies today, the first one.
Are you busy right now?
Yeah. There's supposed to be two rallies on the 5th and 6th. And I believe the one was in Tucson, the other one, I'm blanking on the name, but those were both canceled last minute due to President Trump being diagnosed, being diagnosed with coronavirus and then being hospitalized. So I believe this is making up for those previous campaign stops that the Trump campaign had scheduled. And better than before, I believe, is the campaign's motto, because these are incredibly incredibly well orchestrated rallies, and his supporters are thrilled to be here. It's the traditional music that's at all the rallies. Different flags are flying, and it's a really hot day here, so just something that I think is important to kind of factor into understanding the climate here and what these people went through waiting in line for hours just to see the president. Pretty incredible. A couple more donations from our website. SFG said, "Make America Great Again. The world can be safe. 4 more years, President Trump." We have Valerie Neuhar, who said, "We want President Trump to win." Arnold Gonzalez said, "I want to thank our First Lady for bringing beauty, grace, and class back to the White House." Absolutely, Melania Trump is an absolute icon. I'm obsessed with her fashion sense. It's really not healthy for my wallet. Her shoes are insane, but I love it. I could watch her and look at her. You know what? Now that I'm saying it out loud, I don't know why no one's done it. So people have like books, like just the tweets. But I would totally buy like a coffee table book of Melania Trump's outfits as First Lady, where someone goes through and like itemizes the garments she's wearing, and you know what designer it is, what season, stuff like that. That'd be a fashion book of a lifetime. So if someone wants to do that, I'd happily buy it from you and put it front and center on my coffee table. Stephen Edward Taylor donated and said 4 more years. Troy Gaskin said, please read that I love President Trump. Of course, Troy, thank you for your donation. Patrick Campbell said, thank you for your good, honest broadcasting. Don't change. Chris Klepp said, God bless. Keep up the good work. My husband wanted to hear his name on the channel. LOL. From Chris and Wendy Kleps. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you guys for being a wonderful couple and supporting Right Side Broadcasting Network. John and Patty Mills said, thank you, RSBN, for getting the uncensored word out. We love our Trump, and we need him to make America great again. Shirley D said, Arizona for Trump 2020. Donna Langowicz donated and said, Trump is the best president ever. God bless our president. God bless the United States of America. Love one another. It could change the world. Amen to that. So important, you guys. Just be nice. Just be kind. We're just going to be so freaking kind that the left is going to realize they're insane for spewing this false narrative that conservatives are mean or hateful or racist or bigots or xenophobic or misogynistic. I don't even know what half those words mean, but it's simply not true. So like she said, just be kind, love your neighbor, and we're going to make this world a better place with our values and for standing true to them. Looks like we have some more donations via the YouTube Super Chat. So we have $10 from Question Everything, who said, Q, say it. We have another $10 who said, beware of Democrats this Halloween. Another $10 from Nancy Gibbon, who said, God bless you, Right Side Broadcasting, President Trump, and RSBN. Philip Boots became a new member. So thank you, Philip Boots. We have Stephen Moore, who said, love watching only your stream of President Trump's rally from Chandler, Arizona. $100 donation from Frank. Thank you for $100. Ali Asakan said, love for Trump from Canada. Trump 2020. Another $100 from Robbie Sanchez, who said, love RSBN. Wish we had more honest news coverage like you guys. Stay hydrated and have a great time. Trump 2020. Speaking of staying hydrated, if anybody happens to be watching this and wants to bring me a water, I'll Venmo you $1 or $5. Justin, I don't know anyone. I'm so thirsty. It's like 100. It's literally 100 degrees out here in direct sunlight. But we have Johnny Duck Hunter K, who donated $99.99. So many $100 donations. So thank you all for your generosity, your support to Right Side Broadcasting Network. This is the final 2 weeks, baby. We are 15 days out from President Trump's re-election. We're about to fight like tooth and nail. Just gonna enjoy every single moment we have for like the next few days, because it's the calm before the storm. He's about to get insane. He's about to rally like no man in the history of anything has ever done before. His energy, his stamina for holding these rallies. Each of them are scheduled for about an hour. He never goes less than an hour. It's incredible. 74 years old. He's phenomenal. What an entertainer. What a workhorse. What a powerhouse President Trump has been since taking office. Also, some, I guess, interesting breaking news of the day. And I haven't been able to really look into this, figure it out much, but there's a tweet from Hot New Hip Hop, and it alleges that 50 Cent has endorsed President Trump after seeing Biden's alleged tax plans. It's kind of huge, you guys. 50 Cent, not sure if many of you are like big into the rap game, but I'm from Atlanta, so we're gonna have to bear with it for a minute. He has publicly almost shamed President Trump before, so for him to come out in support of President Trump over Joe Biden, especially amongst his elite celebrity friends, it's pretty brave. We've seen what happens when people support President Trump. They get beaten up, they get canceled, they lose friends. 50 Cent's a big name in the entertainment industry, especially amongst rappers and African Americans. So I personally have always liked his music. I'm glad he is using sound reasoning for this election. And as soon as this rally is over, I'm going to spend my time reading a little bit more into it. phone is lagging just a bit, so while the Wi-Fi kind of catches up, we'll just take a look around and go over what's happening here. It is thousands of people. I think this is Frank Sinatra playing right now. It's 2:48. We're 12 minutes away from President Trump taking the stage here in Tucson, Arizona. So many questions about, is President Trump live? Are you guys live right now? Where is he? And I think you can blame your local news stations. You can blame mainstream media. Truly everyone. There's not enough coverage of these incredible rallies. So that is something that we actively work to fight against. We work really hard to promote these campaign rallies, to show the crowds, and to let you guys stay informed, to let you guys know when he's coming, what time he's speaking, what time you should get there, etc. So this rally is in Tucson, Arizona today. Yes, earlier today, President Trump spoke. This was 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time in Prescott, Arizona. Yesterday, President Trump spoke in Carson City, Nevada. Tomorrow, President Trump will be speaking from Erie, Pennsylvania, another swing state. I'm almost positive Pennsylvania is going red, but he's been campaigning pretty hard for it. And then that will be followed on Wednesday by a Trump rally in Gastonia, North Carolina, of course, all leading up to the presidential debate on Thursday from Nashville, Tennessee. Great time to remind you guys to check out our sponsor, Disney Coins. They're a precious metals company specializing in copper and silver. These coins have designs highlighting different moments from President Trump's accomplishments since taking office. There's the red MAGA hat, the Southern Border, Conan the Hero dog, We the People, so many different incredible coins. There's black the blue, 1 ounce coins, 2 ounce coins, 4 ounce silver bars. There are copper keychains. Those are my favorite. They are so affordable. All of these items make incredible gifts. Christmas is coming up. It looks like we actually have a motorcade moving to the left. So see some action happening on the tarmac. I hope that doesn't mean we don't get to see Marine One landing, but we'll see where they are headed to. We're focusing in on that a little bit right now. That is definitely President Trump's motorcade. Whether or not he's in it at this moment, I'm not sure. Give me a few seconds to check my email, see if we have any correspondence from the press pool. I think we're going to be moments away from him landing here. We should be able to see it somewhere in the sky. Again, his motorcade just took off from the tarmac, so we have some movement happening moments away from President Trump landing here in Tucson, Arizona. Back to Disney Coins, their website is a great way to check out their products. That's www.disneycoins.com, DISMECOINS.com. If you find something you like, make sure you use code RSBN at checkout for a percentage off your order. You guys, I'm not kidding you. This season, things are selling out from coronavirus, factories shutting down, manufacturing shutting down. The supply and demand is not going to be perfect. Make sure you get your Christmas gifts ordered ahead of time. Shipping's going to be longer. You know, we can't rely on that U.S. Postal Service anymore. But the supply and demand is high. A lot of people are going to rely on online shopping. We want to make sure that you are covered and that you celebrate Christmas the way it should be, by loving others, celebrating Jesus, and having little gifts if you want to give to your loved ones. These make great gifts, very affordable. They're also doing a massive giveaway. So if you don't have the budget right now to buy Christmas gifts, this is the hint. Go and sign up for their giveaway. They want to give away thousands of coins. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding you. Thousands. So click the giveaways tab on the left-hand side of the screen at Disney Coins website. All you need is your name and email. The more people that enter, the more winners will be announced. So it's really a great way to get some free stuff. I mean, they even cover shipping. You have literally nothing to lose. Make sure you use a legitimate email that you check often, because if you are chosen to win, they will contact you via that email address for your shipping address. This company believes so strongly in their coins and their items that they want you just to be able to have them for free, because once you touch one and you see how beautiful and how well minted they are, you're going to want to buy more. I also want to say thank you to our newest producer, Ben Seals, over at headquarters today for absolutely crushing the game. He is our youngest employee yet. It's actually the son of our CEO. He's only 7 years old, and he's helping produce the show today. So shout out to Ben. Absolutely the smartest boy I have ever met. It's incredible. Gonna jump back into the YouTube super chat and see what y'all have been talking about. Let me know if you have questions. Looks like we still have some movement from the motorcade. $39,000 people watching midday. Oh yeah, we also have some breaking news. So the rally tomorrow, again, is in Pennsylvania. We were in Pennsylvania just last week. So we have our special VIP guest host, Scott Pressler, who will be helping broadcast for Right Side Broadcasting tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. You don't want to miss that. He is a wealth of information. That man knows his Pennsylvania politics. It is something to watch. So make sure you're tuned in. We are bringing you all of the cool guest hosts that we can get secured. We had Brick Suit in Prescott, Arizona earlier today, who's been shouted out by President Trump and the Trump family numerous times. And of course, Scott Pressler, who is just working so hard to register voters to get out and vote in the 2020 presidential election. So super excited to watch the correspondence tomorrow. Make sure you're following us on Twitter for these announcements as well. Our handle is at RSB Network. We are always trying to just increase in numbers. As a conservative network, it really is really difficult to combat the algorithms that go into play for big tech and these different social media platforms. So we work very hard to combat this. I think we honestly have to work twice as hard, giving so much content and pushing it out on these channels, which we love to do. But we want to make sure that big tech acknowledges our hard work. We're working hard right now to get verified on Instagram, so you guys can help us out there. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at RSB Network. Again, that's Instagram at RSB Network. Same handle as Twitter. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube as well so you get notified when we are live. And we're live from these different rallies. We do presidential White House briefings, you name it. If it's President Trump campaign related or press briefing related, we live stream it, and it's something different than any other network. It's a really trusted source that you know is always going to be there for you. So a great news network to have in your pocket. 44,000 people watching right now. Thank you for tuning in. Again, this is Right Side Broadcasting Network. We are minutes, if not seconds, away from President Trump landing via Marine One here in Tucson, Arizona. We did get word earlier that the press pool is going to be traveling, following behind him in Ospreys, which if you haven't seen one before, is definitely something to watch. Ospreys are a very cool, I want to use the word helicopter. I'm sure someone has a fancier word and doesn't like that, but pretty neat little machine. I love to watch them. So we're going to have that landing in just a second. President Trump will come up, take the stage. I don't know how he's doing it. 74 years old. This is his second Arizona rally of the day. It's 100 degrees here, straight sunshine, dry heat. It's incredible. He's incredible. So thank you all for tuning in, helping us get these viewers. Make sure you're subscribed. My name's Liz Willis. If you'd like to follow me as well, please do. Of course, I promote RSBN all the time, but that's not to say I don't want you guys to follow me too. I love Twitter and I love Instagram. I'm constantly on my phone, so make sure you tweet me or follow me, whatever you want to do. My Instagram handle is at Liz Willis, LizWillis, my name. And on Twitter, my handle is the same thing, but with an underscore at the end. So I work really hard to inform my followers of when these rallies are, who will be hosting them, how you can watch them, when Right Side will be live. So it's a great source for you guys to follow if that's something you're interested in. And I post a lot of funny GIFs, I think, at least. Whew. The crowd is filling up here. Not an open seat in my line of sight right now. People are shoulder to shoulder standing right now. We're getting very close to that 3 p.m. scheduled time. So we're just waiting for President Trump's arrival at this point. 45,000 people watching right now. Let me see your guesses. Comment in the chat room how many people you think are going to watch the stream concurrently. So earlier today, I think there were 90,000 viewers. That was the 12 p.m. Mountain Time stream. It's a little bit later out on the East Coast. I think we can beat it. I don't know if we will based on 45 right now, but I want to believe in you guys. So let's say 95,000. That's what I hope. I think we'll get to like 75,000. Daytime rallies are a little bit harder for people to watch live. A lot of them have to go back later and turn them on because they're at work or they're busy with their family, and we get it. I just love to watch these numbers go up, up, up. It really encourages me and gets me that adrenaline to fight till the finish line, especially in these desert climates. This is insane. I always say that if President Trump can do it, I can do it. I'm a third his age. Well, I'm a bit older than that, but you guys get what I'm saying. We won't reveal the real age. 48,000. John Moe thinks 100,000. Kenny Norman thinks 100,000. Locust thinks 110. So does Jason. Susan. Loretta says 110. Christopher Constable says 100,000. Project XVI said 115. B Paget said Liz. Shout out to Warren Ash. All right, it looks like 100. Gohan said 250,000. Yeah, I wish. Absolutely wish. I cannot wait for the day we get 250,000 concurrent viewers. All right, lots of confidence. Blue Line thinks only 74,000. I don't know. You might be right. Make sure you guys help us out by sharing this stream. Every single one of you matters. Your platform matters. So it's really easy. Copy and paste the link, the URL link, onto your Facebook page in a status, and that'll share to all of your friends. And they can easily watch President Trump's rally stream. So lots of easy ways to help support us. Looks like we have some more website donations, so I want to read some of those out. Speedy donated and said, I only wish that I could afford to donate more and that I was young enough to serve again. I would proudly put it all on the line for our president. Thank you, Speedy. And interesting enough, that's the same nickname that my father goes by. He claims it's because he was a really fast swimmer in college. We have some RSBN, some fun fans down there on the left. Some people, we're going to see if we can get the camera to pan down to them. So we're going to get them. Lots of awesome people today out here supporting President Trump. Lots of excitement despite. Thank you. Lots of excited people out here today despite the heat. I know I'm off camera, but we are just waiting and we want to talk you guys through it, kind of post it if you will, explain to you what's going on. So a lot of people are just now tuning in. They might be new to our channel. I want to say thank you to all the original viewers who have supported us since 2016, those who have donated to us or shared our link. Also to our moderators for your tireless work. There's not enough thank yous in the world for what you guys do, keeping that chat room fun, clean, and family friendly, and keeping those crazy Democrats out of it. Back to donations. It looks like Yvonne donated, and she said West Kentucky grannies for Trump. Jeffrey Wakawiak said send sleepy Joe Biden back to the swamp. Kim Redding said love Trump, love America, love RSBN. MAGA forever. Where is Hunter and their dishonest ways? We have Tidy who said, thank you, President Trump, for all you're doing. We're praying for you. As God is steering the world in the right direction through America, God bless America. Richard Cyrus said, onward to victory on November 3rd, 2020. Valerie Nohar donated as well as Tracy Pangborn, who said, Michigan loves Trump. You've got this race here. Whitmer needs to tell us the true nursing death numbers. God bless you and your family. Make America great again, again. Brody Mindy said, 4 more years, Trump the king of the castle. Greetings from Norway. Johnny and Ralph Hanahan said, we've been watching the rallies with y'all from the very beginning. I posted a shout out on President Trump's Facebook page today for y'all. Always showing the crowds. Thanks for the great job y'all do. Golden Colburn said, hey Liz, go get yourself a case of water. Stay hydrated. It's hot here in Arizona. Love RSBN. Oh my gosh. No, I'm dying for water right now, actually. Joe, if you happen to be producing right now instead of Ben, well, yes, Justin or someone to bring me a water while I'm up here. All right, thank you. I think my cameraman texted asking someone for some waters up here. These risers are all black floors, black rails, so it's just, it gets a little steamy, but we're here for it. Not complaining, just explaining the situation, why you guys have to hear me begging for water on camera. Again, totally live though, so it's not all glamour and perfection by any means. It's 3:05. We're about 5 minutes behind schedule for President Trump's speech so far. We're expecting him to land at absolutely any time now. So we're excited for that. 52,000 watching. I will stand back on camera for a little bit. We were trying to stay in the shade some, split it about 50-50. Here you guys, no reason not to be. And these people are waiting for President Trump. It's 3:05 p.m. Again, President Trump is on his way here. He was wheels up, I believe, at, was it 1:55 p.m., so about an hour ago via Marine One. Not exactly sure. He should be here at this point. So we're going to keep an eye open for any air travel, any more movement from the motorcade itself. But we also want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in. We've got a crazy week ahead of us. Hopefully we'll be back out on the West Coast soon. I know we're hopping back over to the East Coast tomorrow. We have Erie, Pennsylvania rally, and then we have Gastonia, North Carolina rally. Then we have President Trump's presidential debate on Thursday in Nashville, Tennessee. So a big week for the Trump campaign. But we're 15 days out from the presidential election. So this is the time to fight. It's been an uphill battle, but it is time to forge on and make sure we come out with a victory. Really important to us, and I'm sure many of y'all as well. Thank you for your support. We really can't do this without you, and we wouldn't do it without you. So you guys make it a lot more fun, interesting, you're fine. And we're gonna hop back into the YouTube Super Chat and see if y'all have any questions. If you have any questions and you'd like to tag me, feel free to do so. My name's Liz Willis. I've been working with Right Side Broadcasting Network for about 4 years now. So a lot of fun, and I've seen a lot of rallies and a lot of enthusiasm for President Trump. I think he's going to win by a landslide. If I'm wrong, I'll accept it. I'm not going to like it. I'll accept it. And then I'll just have to figure out how it's possible. Looks like we have $19.99 from Iron Man, so thank you. We also have $4.99 from Lynn Wynn and 50 SEK, I think that's Swedish dollars. I'm learning so much about foreign currency from this chat room. You guys are incredible. It says a lot about President Trump and the impact he's had, not just on the United States, but really across the world. His leadership and his demonstration of it to other nations as well. It's been really cool to be a part of and to witness, and to see so many people from other nations reaching out to me saying they wish they had a leader like that, and watching Right Side Broadcasting Network donating and supporting us. It's really been phenomenal. I'm actually going to take a quick break, you guys. I know I just came back on camera. Gonna run and grab some water. I want to make sure we're prioritizing health, not just for me, but also my cameraman. I think I've got time. So I'm going to run right back. We're going to continue panning. You guys don't have to go anywhere. You're going to get the live shots from the camera. Some of you might be relieved. You're just not going to have my audio for a few moments. So I'll be right back.
Thanks, Liz. Thank you, Liz Willis. She is the greatest of all time here at RSBN. We are in our second one of the day. I just wanted to say real quick, we have tomorrow in Erie, Pennsylvania, 7 p.m. Eastern start. Scott Pressler will be joining us again. Scott is working so hard in Pennsylvania. He's basically camped out there in the state of Pennsylvania, trying to do everything he can to register more voters. Pennsylvania is the key to winning the White House. I know a lot of people think that it's going to be a landslide for Trump. I hope it is, but I'm telling you, they're going to find a way to produce some votes. Even if we are ahead on election night, the mail-in thing is sketchy, and I'm just telling you, we have to be prepared. We have to be up by an insurmountable margin in Pennsylvania on election night, in my opinion. So we're going to be going crazy in Pennsylvania tomorrow night with Mike and with Scott Pressler. We're going to be set up with 2 cameras tomorrow night, and we're going to be bringing you all the action live from Erie, Pennsylvania tomorrow. 4 p.m. Eastern start. President Trump speaks at 7. You don't want to miss that one. And then we'll head to North Carolina, Gastonia, North Carolina tomorrow on Wednesday before the debate, before taking one day off, I believe. And then we're going to be tearing up the campaign trail from Friday all the way. There are rumors of other rallies. I have a possible location for a Friday rally, but I won't divulge that now. But we're going to be busy. So we hope you enjoy, subscribe so you get to see all of them. And we can't thank y'all enough for your support. It means so much to us. God bless. We're going to try to show you every inch of this crowd. Stay tuned. Sir.
you guys for bearing with me. We were able to get some water, and it was the most delicious H2O I have ever consumed. So extremely blessed and happy right now. We do have an update regarding President Trump's travel logistics and his whereabouts. So I was confused about Marine One earlier in the Ospreys. However, that was just from... I'm just going to read the email. These logistics are a bit crazy today. So Marine One was wheels down at about 2:37 p.m. This is Mountain Standard Time in Phoenix, and he taxied to the runway to Air Force One. The president emerged from Marine One and walked to press on the tarmac. He said he didn't think his race was tied to Senate races, such as Senator McSally's in Arizona. He said, quote, "I'm an individual and I think I'm doing very well. I don't think they're tied together. I was never a big believer in that theory." He then walked a short distance to the gangway. He boarded Air Force One at 2:50 p.m. Mountain Time, and he is wheels up soon for Tucson. So we can expect Air Force One to be wheels up about by 3 p.m. So Air Force One is actually what he will be arriving in, not Marine One. That was just to get to the Phoenix International Airway to board Air Force One. President Trump will be taking Air Force One to the rally here today in Tucson, Arizona. So we'll be on the lookout for that. We have already seen the motorcade here today. I'm not sure where they plan on parking Air Force One. If I were to predict, it would be to the left side of the stage near that large American flag. It looks like there's a nice gap. That would be pretty much the right size to have Air Force One parked at, kind of sideways towards the crowd. That's what I think the setup is going to be here today. It's going to be absolutely beautiful when we see her. We also have some guidance regarding President Trump landing in West Palm Beach on Friday, October 23rd. So we'll have to check out and see what he's going to West Palm Beach for. Is it a rally? We'll see. We have not gotten any more official rally campaign announcements, but there are rumors that he'll be in Florida. We have some more donations via the website. If you're curious about how you can donate to Right Side Broadcasting Network, it's pretty simple. You can donate via the YouTube Super Chat by clicking the $ in the live chat. It'll prompt you to enter absolutely any amount. Every single penny helps us, as we're almost entirely viewer funded. The second way you can donate is via our website, so you can check that out. That's www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. Again, that's www.com/donate. Speaking of that, we have some website contributions that have come in. We want to make sure we give them their shout outs. We have a good amount actually, so let me make sure I load them correctly. We have SFG, Valerie. I think we already read most of those. Getting closer to the 3 p.m. ones. We have Perry Jurgens, who said, "Please support this wonderful service. We count on Right Side Broadcasting Network. Thank you for your dedication. From a retired, limited income, but willing to send $100 your way. Papa Perry." Thank you so much, Papa Perry. Also, what an adorable name you call yourself. Cynthia Bobadilla said, "Trump is hot in Arizona. Much love, Bobadilla girls." Yes, he is. Greg Lemaire said, "Rock on from this rocker. Trump is the rocker of all times." Jesse Theodoria said, "Keep fighting for us. We have your back, Mr. President." Crystal Hill said, "God bless President Trump, his family, and every patriot fighting for truth, freedom, and justice." Connie Liana said, "I love RSBN. I've watched you for months now. I left the Walter Reed Vigil. Trump will win. God bless all." Trish said she's so excited for November 3rd. He's going to make them cry again. Trump Pence 2020. Linda Oren said, "God bless President Trump. Thank you, RSBN, for doing such a great job. Keep up the good work." We have Dean Monroe, who said, God bless your support for America and President Trump. Thank you so much for your awesome work at RSBN. We have Jean Lepson, who donated, as well as Sylvain, who said, watching from France, hoping Trump wins. They civilized worlds need USA to stay strong. You definitely don't want to be a socialist country like us. Keep America great. Let me try. I don't think I can do it, but let's see. Merci beaucoup pour la... I can't do it. I can't remember what money means. I was trying to use my college French. But merci beaucoup and vive la France. We have Michael Rodriguez, who said, Cordy and Michael Trump, landslide 2020. We have Ingrid, who said, love President Trump for all he has done for this country. Amazing man, amazing energy. Trump 2020, vote red. We have Teresa Jean Balu, who said, thank you for your continuous coverage of the president's rallies. Keep up the great work. So thank you guys for your donations via www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. For those of you who are watching and waiting for President Trump's arrival here in Tucson, Arizona, don't forget to check out our partners over at Disney Coins. That's www.disneycoins.com. They are a precious metals company specializing in both copper and silver coins. These come in 1 ounce coins, 2 ounce coins, or 4 ounce silver bars, as well as copper keychains. So you can check out all of their inventory. They have different designs highlighting different moments of President Trump's achievements since taking office in 2016. Some of them are the red MAGA hat, liberal tears, President Trump, of course, just himself, Conan the Hero Dog, build the wall, focusing on the southern border, you name it. Disney Coins has had it designed, and they're beautiful. They are minted in the United States by machines made in America, by Americans. It doesn't get more patriotic than this. Disney Coins actually gives 10% of all profits back to conservative organizations. So they're very conscious about how they source their products, where they mint their products, and well as where this money goes that they're able to make, really putting it back into conservative organizations, and then turning around and partnering with us, Right Side Broadcasting Network. It's been a really neat friendship and relationship to build with Disney Coins. Check them out online. Make sure to use code RSBN at checkout for a percentage off your order. They're also doing a massive MAGA giveaway for the month of November in honor of the presidential election coming up on November 3rd. To enter to win that, all you need is your name and your email address. It is going to be huge. They want to give away thousands of coins. The more people that enter, the more items they will give away. It'll be completely free. Make sure you put your name and email address. If you win, they'll be done by Rafflecopter, a super easy little app that'll choose all the winners. You'll be contacted for your address. They cover shipping, and all you do is receive your great items. So there's absolutely no reason. You don't even have to pay shipping or handling. No reason not to sign up. Everybody, run, don't walk. Over to www.disneycoins.com. Sign up for the giveaway, and don't forget, if you find something you like and you want to order, use code RSBN at checkout for a percentage off your order. Gonna take another quick break from audio just to drink some water, stay hydrated, enjoy the visuals from our live camera shot. We're not going anywhere. I'll be right back.
Air Force One, Tucson Tower.
Tucson Tower, Air Force One, we are on final approach.
Air Force One, Tucson Tower, you are clear to land.
Ladies and gentlemen, Air Force One has been announced to Tucson Tower. They are on final approach to Tucson International Airport. We are moments away from Air Force One landing here today. We're excited to see her. Everyone here is lucky. The rally earlier today, and I guess it depends how you look at it, the rally earlier today got Marine One and some Ospreys. We are getting Air Force One, so it's always, I have yet to not get excited to see her. No idea what direction they're coming from. You can see some snipers on a building over there. That's actually cool. Have you been able to focus on that yet? Oh, yeah, not a good angle. 3 snipers waiting over there. Very cool, actually. I'm gonna look around briefly and see if I can spot any others here today. I know they're always watching. Just can't always see them. Looks like traffic is blocked off on the surrounding roads from a distance here today. Again, Air Force One has just radioed to Tucson Tower to announce their final approach. It's always very cool to hear this, very official. So I love when they're able to broadcast that live. It helps give us a good indication of what's happening. If I were to guess, it's going to come from that direction, just because that's where the snipers are watching. Looks like their binoculars are pointed, but we will see. I could be wrong. Waiting for her to appear through the mountains and some of these clouds. Also really interested to see how President Trump does. Again, this is second rally of the day. It's one thing for it to be an afternoon rally with moderate cool temperatures. These are pretty extreme temperatures, direct sunlight, 100 degrees. And he's 74 years old, who fought the coronavirus about a week ago. So I know he feels like Superman, but I am just astounded by his stamina, his energy, and his drive to continue fighting so hard. I've never seen someone audition and interview so many times, so incredibly strong for a job they want. I mean, think about it. All I have to say, does Joe Biden even want to be president of the United States? Does he want it at all? I mean, to me, I don't even think it's right to vote for him, even if you're a Democrat, because I don't think he wants it. I think there are other forces at play who likely have blackmail on him or are kind of pushing him into that position. And I'm not one to wear a tinfoil hat and come up with these theories, but he has made it abundantly clear that he has no desire to campaign. Even when it came to virtual campaigning, he can't even do that. He has called a lid, meaning he's not doing anything for the next 4 days. No campaign rallies, nothing. It's a disgrace to the office for them to put a man there who clearly doesn't want to be there. I say we put a man in the White House that has worked worked his butt off. I can't talk like Trump because I'm not the president. But he works his butt off for us, you guys. He comes out and campaigns. I'm sure he doesn't want to campaign in the dead heat of Arizona, but this is what works for the people. This is what works for the campaign. He could be doing a million other things. He could be sitting pretty, making millions of dollars up at his penthouse. Instead, he's traveling the country, working night and day. Air Force One has landed. We're getting a visual of her right now. She's gonna kind of possibly hidden, but I see Air Force One. Can you guys, I sound like a child more so than usual when I see Air Force One, but she is coming out from my left, so it's gonna be the left side of your screen, I believe. And we should see her taxiing down the runway behind the American flag in just a second right now. So Air Force One is taxiing down the tarmac here at Tucson International Airport. We are waiting for President Trump to taxi up behind us to get off Air Force One and take the stage here today. A beautiful rally. The wind is starting to blow finally. I don't know if it's his presence or what's causing this, but it's feeling a little bit cooler. We're getting some draft from the wind, and I think the crowd is starting to notice Air Force One. She had a pretty quiet landing. There she is. Looks like he has taken the larger of the two Air Force Ones today, presumably because it is a West Coast trip, a larger trip, cross country for the White House. And she's a beauty, rolling up right behind us, presumably going to go straight down the tarmac. However, we have seen her do some incredible turns. Air Force One can swivel on a dime. They can park that thing and drive it better than I can drive my car. There we go. She's doing a sharp turn right there. Absolutely beautiful. And really cool that the thousands of people here today are able to witness this. I've said it before, but definitely something to note. A lot of people, this will be the only time in their life they get to actively see Air Force One coming down a tarmac, actively see the President of the United States. It's very cool that he does this. A lot of people on the left will say it's selfish or he's doing it for narcissistic reasons. I promise you he doesn't have to do this. These people would vote for him regardless. But what an opportunity he is doing to provide them with this experience to come out here. The joy that these people get to experience, that I get to experience, the joy that they talk to me about and express to me how they feel seeing President Trump and being a part of his campaign is priceless to them. And truly a memory of a lifetime for a lot of them. So it's pretty cool. Chat pretty quickly as well. See what type of numbers we're working with, if some of your guesses were right or close to being right. Looks like we have 67,000 people watching right now. Earlier today we had 97,000 watching for President Trump's rally in Prescott, Arizona. I'm hoping we beat that record, but we will see. I want to give a shout out to my cameraman for standing behind me also in the blazing heat and not complaining one time. Incredible job, Willie. Great to work with these people. And a lot of our cameramen actually are very hardworking behind the scenes covering all these rallies. So it's pretty phenomenal to watch them work hard to help spread this message. It looks like we have the back of Air Force One deplaning right now. Per a sequence of usual events, the rear end door will deplane first, and then President Trump will deplane. Make sure you're following Right Side Broadcasting Network on all social media platforms. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, give our stream a thumbs up, comment, whatever you feel the need to. We appreciate all of it. We really do. It's necessary to help combat the big tech censorship and these algorithms that work to kind of hush our voice. Another thing, make sure you're following us on Twitter, please. That's where we go for all major announcements and a lot of content from these rallies. The third thing we really want to encourage is for you to follow Right Side Broadcasting Network on Instagram at RSB Network. Our goal is to get to 50,000 followers. If all of you watching on the stream right now, or even less than half of you will go and follow us right now, we will get that goal and I will be thrilled. I have promised it, so I'm going to say it again. 50,000 followers, and we'll do a massive MAGA giveaway from RSBN to help us reach that goal. Follow us on Instagram at RSB Network. If you're feeling generous and you want to follow me as well while you've got your social media apps running, feel free to follow me. I'm on Instagram at Liz Willis. That's LizWillis. I'm also on Twitter at LizWillis_. So if you want to follow us and stuff for the campaign, we're going to be posting like crazy on all details of President Trump's campaign the next 2.5 weeks. part of it and to help secure this victory for President Trump's re-election. 4 more years in the White House. Keep in mind, Right Side Broadcasting Network is almost entirely viewer funded. We rely on your donations to stay in business, to travel this country, and to broadcast President Trump's rallies live to hundreds of millions of viewers. So thank you to everyone that's donated before. Every single penny matters to us. There are a number of ways you can donate for those asking. One of the first ways is donating in the Super Chat via the YouTube live stream. So our YouTube channel is Right Side Broadcasting Network. When we're live, there's always a live chat, and you can donate by clicking the $sign in the bottom right-hand corner. It'll prompt you to enter absolutely any amount, and like I said, every penny matters to us. No donation is too small. The second way you can donate is via our website. That's www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. Again, that's www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. The third way you can donate, a lot of people like this because it's a non-electronic form of donation, is by sending a check. So you can send a check to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830. Moderators, thank you for being here today. If you don't mind dropping those links and addresses in the chat room below, I really appreciate all of your help. I also want to remind everyone, before President Trump takes the stage, while I have your attention quickly, make sure to check out our partners over at Disney Coins. That's www.disneycoins.com. They are a precious metals company specializing in copper and silver coins, 1-ounce coins, 2-ounce coins, 4-ounce silver bars, keychains, you name it, they have it, with designs highlighting different accomplishments from President Trump's administration since taking office in 2016. Some of the designs include Melania Trump's face, the red MAGA hats, liberal tears, southern border, Conan the hero dog. So many incredible designs. There's even a back the blue one now. There are 2 new designs every single month. So you can definitely find something you're looking for. They also make the perfect Christmas gift. Check them out, www.disneycoins.com. Use code RSBN at checkout for a percentage off your order. And make sure to use code RSBN at checkout for a percentage off your order. Also, don't forget to enter their massive giveaway. So their giveaway is going to go from now until November 3rd. They've been running it for a little bit. It's the biggest giveaway they've ever done before. Just enter your name and email address, and you will be entered to win. The more entries, the more giveaway items they'll be doing. So it's a great way to get some free items. They cover shipping and handling. Pretty much everything you can think of. It's a great way to get free gifts. So check them out. www.disneycoins.com. Use code RSBN at checkout for a percentage off your order. Woo! Glad we got all that taken care of. Even closer to President Trump's arrival. Air Force One has landed. The rear of the plane has deplaned. Right now we are waiting on Air Force One. And you guys have an incredible view of the door. This is President Trump's door. This is where he will be getting off of. You can tell specifically because it says the presidential seal. So only President Trump is going to be deboarding now. The back of the plane has already gotten off. We are waiting on Mr. President Donald J. Trump. Moments away. These people out here in Arizona are really troopers. It is so hot. I'm going to have some insane sunburn. It's fine though. We're going to be back in North Carolina in 2 days, so I'm sure it'll be chilly there, and I'll be complaining about that. But there's something about these rallies that always cause the temperatures to be extreme, like one way or another. It's very rare that we just get like a mild day. I don't know what it is, but it makes those mild temperatures even more special. Those are my absolute favorite rallies, where you're not sweating or sticky or gross or freezing. You can really just enjoy being outside amongst beautiful people and the sitting president of the United States of America. going to check back into the YouTube Super Chat and see if we've gotten some of that viewership up. Make sure you're sharing this. We are so close. It looks like we have 77,000. So I guess between 75,000 and 90, I think. So we are above 75,000. Love that, you guys. Your support means the world. People look at these numbers. The Trump campaign looks at these numbers. It's important to know how many people are watching and helps them get a sense of President Trump's fan base and support online. And each one of you is making a difference right now by watching this. So don't think that your vote doesn't matter, that you don't matter. It's every single person. Also, make sure you get out and vote. I got to vote the other day. It was a pretty cool experience. Pretty smooth for the most part. My family went. I went with my mother, my father, and my brother. My brother actually flew in from Florida to go vote. It was really important for him to be able to vote in person. And when he got there, when he went to vote, they said, "You've already requested an absentee ballot." He said, "No, I haven't." And I was just trying to be quiet so that we didn't get in trouble because I didn't want him to make a scene. But he was not happy because someone had clearly requested an absentee ballot on his behalf. So he had to take some extra time to correct that by sending in some official paperwork overriding that requested absentee ballot so that he would be allowed to do it in person. So finally it worked out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Wow, thank you, thank you. What a crowd. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Tucson. Thank you, Tucson. Wow. Well, thank you very much, Tucson. I'm thrilled to be in Arizona with the thousands of loyal, hardworking American patriots. 15 days from now, we're going to win the state of Arizona. And we are going to win 4 more years in that beautiful White House. Everybody needs to get out and vote, return your absentee ballot, or vote. You know, you can go out there, I think today. When do you do it? Today, tomorrow, whatever. You can go out and vote today, they say. Today, go out and vote. That beats a ballot. Do you agree? That beats a ballot. Remember the old-fashioned days when you'd actually go out and vote. Today, they send you millions of ballots. Are you okay over there? Everyone fine? Good? Okay. He looks better than I do, that guy. He looks better than I do. Good. Thank you. You make sure you're okay. With your vote, we'll continue to cut your taxes and regulations, maintain energy independence, which we have now, strengthen our military, support our police, protect our Second Amendment. I don't know. I don't see you people. I don't think you're going to want to give up those guns. I don't think so. That's not for Arizona. Defend our borders, arrest violent criminals, and confirm more judges to uphold the rule of law. Under my leadership, prosperity will surge. What we've done in the last 3.5 years has been incredible. Nobody's ever done what we've done. There is no administration that's accomplished what we've accomplished in the first 3.5 years, not even close. Optimism will boom. The pandemic, it's rounding the turn. Vaccines are coming. And I look fine, don't I? You know. And we'll get back to a normal life. That's what we want. Just a normal, just 7 months ago, we want to get back. And we'll be better than that very soon. We built a foundation that's so strong. And you see what's happening? Stock market through the roof. Your 401ks through the roof. Your stocks through the roof. Your housing through the roof. Everything is good. Your optimism. And what about 56% of the people? Just a Gallup poll just came out. 56% of the people say they're better off today than they were 4 years ago. And we have a pandemic. And next year will be the greatest economic year in the history of our country. That's what's going to happen. We're cutting your taxes. They're raising your taxes. That's an easy one to figure out, isn't it? This election is a choice between a Trump super recovery or a Biden depression, if he even gets to run. It's a choice between getting a safe vaccine and getting back in and working. And by the way, you have a governor here today. He's done a great job and he's kept you open. You're open. Unlike some of them, like Michigan. You know, we won the case in Michigan, you know. The only one that was allowed to have a good time was the governor's husband. He was allowed to do whatever the hell he wanted, but nobody else. They were like in a prison. But we're going to have a safe vaccine, and Biden, you know what he's going to do? Lock them down. Let's lock everybody down. But we built the greatest economy ever. We had to close it down. We saved millions of lives by doing what we did. Then we built it back up, and now we're doing record-type numbers. And it's a choice between the American dream or a socialist nightmare. That's what it is. Biden will delay therapies, postpone the vaccine, prolong the pandemic, close your schools, and shut down our country. And we're opening rapidly, and we've got a V shape. It may be a super V. It looks like it's a super V, which nobody ever even heard of before. He will massively raise your taxes, you will be buried in regulations. You know, we cut regulations. It would take 18 to 21 years to get a highway approved. We have it down to 1 year. And you know what? From 2 to 1, very shortly, to be exact. Right now, it's less than 2. We're going to have it down to 1 year, and it may get rejected for environmental reasons or safety, and that's okay. Probably not, but that's okay. But you know what? You're going to have it approved or not approved, and it's a 1-year process, not a 21-year process. And this has gone on all over the country. And in my opinion, what we've done on regulations is even more important than the biggest tax cut in the history of our country. I think it's more important. And they're going to bring all those regulations back. They want to dismantle your police departments. Dissolve your borders. Dissolve your borders. If you don't have borders, you don't have a country. Confiscate your guns. Ban American energy. Wipe out private health care. 180 million people. Terminate religious liberty. This is for the women who live in the suburbs. They want to destroy your suburbs. And I ended the rule that was going to destroy. I ended the regulation that was going to destroy. I kept hearing that women from the suburbs won't like Trump. I said, why? Because I'm stopping crime. You're going to have suburbs be safe. Suburbs, you're having safe suburbs. And you're not going to have low-income housing projects built next to your house. We ended the regulation that would have destroyed your suburbs. It's amazing how the women like me all of a sudden. And as you know, the Democrats, they want to cut our military to the bone, and we built the greatest military right now in the history of our country, frankly, in the history of the world. Biden will surrender your jobs to China. He will surrender your future to the virus, and he will surrender your country to the radical socialist left. And you see that happening. The only thing Biden wants to do is get as much as he can for himself. Have you been watching this whole thing play out? I didn't know anything about it. Oh, here's a picture of Biden playing golf with these people. I didn't know my son was taking money from Burisma. I didn't know my son got $3.5 billion from the mayor of Moscow's wife. I wonder why. And then you see all the things, right? That we have to give the man 10%. We have to give the man 10%, right? Ah, boy. I'll tell you what. Nobody's ever seen. And the media, right? And big tech, they won't allow it. Charlie Kirk, you know Charlie Kirk, great guy? They shut down his site because he mentioned it. Look, he's a corrupt politician, this guy. He's a corrupt politician. To get the power, Biden has made a corrupt bargain in exchange for his party's nomination. He has handed control of his party over to the socialists, the communists, the Marxists, and the left-wing extremists. And that's before we get to his own personal corruption, which is more than anybody in history. I say this, it's the second biggest scandal politically in the history of our country. Number one was spying on my campaign and getting caught. Biden even chose as his running mate the most liberal senator in America, Kamala. Senator Kamala Harris is a sponsor of the socialist Green New Deal and legislation to strip away the private health plans of 180 million Americans. And you know, her and Bernie Sanders want to do something in Arizona. They have some deal in Arizona where your taxes are going to go way up. You know that, right? Your governor, who's right over here, your great governor, was saying he's not happy with it. But Bernie Sanders, the second most liberal person, you know, she's first, right? She's considered first. They want to raise your taxes 8.5%. So I'm glad to, right, Governor? He's saying more. It's probably more. What is the name of that, Governor? Rule what? Right? You know about it? Okay, you can't have him in because they control Biden 100%. Biden is shot. You know he's shot, right? He's gonzo. Harris also urged their supporters to donate to a fund that bailed out the rioters, the ones that knocked out your towns, your cities. Not in Republican areas, by the way, all in Democrat areas. You look at Portland, how about that? We would have taken 15 minutes, we could have solved that. We told the governor, Democrat, let us in, we'll solve that problem. We went into Minneapolis, it took us a half an hour, that was over with. Unfortunately, they could have called a little earlier. And in Seattle, they gave up when they heard we were going in the next morning. But we would solve, look, all Democrat areas, New York going to hell. I feel so sad with New York. Crime is up 250%. Cuomo. A terrible thing has happened in New York. Look at Chicago, Democrat again. Crime is through the roof. They had a weekend, 87 people were shot and 16 died. Okay? Now, do you believe this isn't, hey, we're in Afghanistan. You don't lose many people. We're coming out, by the way. It's all coming. We're all coming back home. But you go to war zones, you don't have that. And we could solve it so easily. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know, there's never been that chant before, seriously. We all like Ronald Reagan, I guess he'd be. But he never had that chant. We love you. Think of that. We love you. You're going to make me cry. Don't do that. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. Make me cry, you'll destroy my image, and then you won't love me anymore. That'll be terrible. I appreciate it. Now I do, and I feel the same way. That's why I'm doing this. I had a good life before I did this stuff, believe me. My life was very simple and very nice. The Democrat Party's war on cops is inciting riots and putting police officers and American families in very grave danger. Unlike Joe Biden, I will always support the heroes of law enforcement. And I was endorsed by almost every law enforcement group in the United States, including New York's finest, and Chicago, and Florida, and Texas, and Oklahoma, and every place. And I was just named, I have to say this happened today, the Man of the Year in their big magazine, the Blue Magazine, good name for Man of the Year. So I just tell you that, for whatever reason I tell you that. I'm the only one standing between you and a left-wing crusade. You know, you have people, they want to change our whole country. And the thing that's going to bring us back together is success. Because I'll tell you, we were ready. I was getting calls 7 months ago. We had the best employment numbers we ever had. We had the greatest success we've ever had. We were beating China at everything. You know, you kept hearing about China. We were beating everybody. And they were calling me, people that I wouldn't be speaking to generally. Let's get together. It was happening, and then we got hit by the China plague, and then we had to start all over again. But success brings us together. I saw it, and we saw it for 2 months. It was really going on. A new study of the Biden-Harris agenda found that their plans will crater the typical American family by more than $6,500. They're horrible, horrible plans to finance what? The new Green Deal. The Green New Deal is the craziest thing, right? No more airplanes, no more double cars, No more cows. If you have a ranch, you won't have cows anymore. No more you. You'll be next. In just 3 years, I increased family income by $6,000. And we're not even talking about the energy. Did you ever think you'd be seeing $2 gasoline again? And you got that? And it's plentiful. And we saved all our energy jobs. All of our energy jobs we saved. Biden will eviscerate the middle class. My policies will lift the middle class to record highs. And that's where we're going very quickly. For the last 47 years, Sleepy Joe Biden shipped away your jobs, shut down your factories, threw open your borders, and ravaged our cities while sacrificing American blood and treasure in these endless, ridiculous foreign wars. In countries you never even heard of. Joe Biden is a servant of the left-wing globalists and lobbyists, the wealthy donors, the Washington vultures, who got rich bleeding America dry. You know, they raise a lot of money, the Democrats. You know why? Because they make deals. They make deals. I would be the greatest fundraiser in history if I wanted to call Wall Street. I know them all. I want $10 million for my campaign. Yes, sir. All I have to say is, I want 10 million, I want 15, I want 25. I would set every record. But you know what happens when you do that? You're selling yourself out. When you have to do something, you can't do it anymore because you feel guilty. See them setting all sorts of records. I know what the records are. The records are every time they set a record, they gave away everything. In 2016, you voted to fire this corrupt and decrepit political establishment. And you elected an outsider as president who is finally putting America first. About time. About time. It's about time. Joe Biden is always and always has been a corrupt politician. Joe Biden is a corrupt politician. And you know what? You knew that, and a lot of people knew it for a long time, but now you have the laptop. It's over. It's over. And as far as I'm concerned, the Biden family is a criminal enterprise, and that's what it is. It's a criminal enterprise. Smoking gun emails shown. We just found them. You saw that. Did you see Shifty Schiff? We think that the laptop was made by Russia. Oh, I see. Oh, he just said it was made by Russia. Here we go again. Russia did it. Russia, Russia, Russia. You know, the head of DNI, John Ratcliffe, who's fantastic, came out and said that was false information. Now, these are bad people. These are sick people. Do you notice they never say it was made by China? Because they're all on the take. Smoking gun email show just came out that the Biden family used the vice presidency as a for-profit cash machine and that Joe Biden has been lying to the American public to cover it up. Remember, he said, no, I never met anybody from Burisma, is it? Is it Burisma? Actually, that I understand because he's got no memory left. It's gone. Is it Burisma? No, I don't. And then they show a picture of him playing golf with the head of Burisma. Ah, boy, oh, boy. If Biden wins, China wins. And China will own the USA. Remember what I said. The media and big tech is trying to hide the entire scandal. Do you believe what they're doing? They're taking people like a Charlie Kirk and others off if they even mention that Biden is corrupt. And they know he's corrupt, but he's their corrupt. He's so perfect for them. He's their corrupt. Because they know that publicizing these revelations would mean an end of Biden's presidential run. I think it's an end right now. Look, you know, I think it's an end right now. How the hell can you do when you see the kind of things that they do where the big guy has to get at least 10%, the big guy. I wonder who the big guy is. Gee, I wonder. When you see if you put him as president, you should be ashamed of yourselves. You want to know the truth. I'm not just running against Biden. I'm running against the left-wing media, the big tech giants, and the Washington swamp. And I've been running against it from the beginning. And here I am all by myself. It's really, anybody else, they would have been in a corner right now, thumb in mouth saying, Mommy, take me home. Mommy, I want to go home. No, it's great. You know why it's great, though? Because nobody's ever done what we've done. Nobody. Bring us up. They flood your communities with criminal aliens, drugs, and crime while they live behind beautiful gated communities. They try to take away your guns while they enjoy private security, fully armed, by the way. How fully armed? How about Bloomberg? We are fighting guns, and he's got 5 guys around him with guns, you know. They support crippling lockdowns while their jobs and their industry remain totally exempt. It's time to send a message to these wealthy liberal hypocrites in Washington and in Silicon Valley. Show them the American people are in charge by delivering their chosen candidate, Sleepy Joe Biden, who shouldn't even be their candidate. He should have lost because Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren, if she would have dropped out the day before Super Tuesday, Joe would have lost every single state to Crazy Bernie. It's a very simple business. But we have to show them, the Democrats, a thundering defeat on November 3rd. And if I don't sound like a typical Washington politician, it's because I'm not a politician, that's for sure. If I don't always play by the rules of the Washington establishment, it's because I was elected to fight for you harder than anyone has ever fought for you, which is true. And I'm fighting so hard. I had a great life. I'm fighting so hard because I love my country and because I'm determined to ensure that the forgotten men and women of this country are never forgotten again. And they won't be. They won't be. And we taught that lesson to them 4 years ago, but we're going to teach them again, because this is the most important. You know, I used to go a few months ago, say, well, I don't know, this is important, that's important. Which is more important? This is the most important election in the history of our country. The Biden agenda would be a catastrophe for Arizona seniors. Do we have any seniors in the House? Biden is pledging mass amnesty and free federal health care for illegal aliens. You saw that, where he was up on the stage with his radical left Democrats. Who's willing to give free health care to illegal immigrants, right? They said to illegal immigrants, right? And everybody raised their hand, and Biden couldn't get his up. Because he knew, you know, he's been doing this crap for 47 years, right? He's gone. He knew it was wrong. But then he looked, and his brain is shot, so he looked over there. And their hands were all up. Then he looked over there, and their hands were all up. There were a lot of them. He knew it was wrong because it would be so horrible for our country, because everyone's going to flood our country. You get free health care, right? You get free health care, you get free education. I jokingly said, and everybody gets a Rolls Royce. And CNN said, that's a lie. So what happened is he couldn't get it up, and then he looked, and he looked, and he got it up. And I said, thank you, we just won the election. He would decimate Medicare if he did that. And it's not going to be up to him. That's his party. That's what they want. They want socialized medicine. And he'll destroy your Social Security. While I'm president, no one will touch your Medicare or your Social Security. You know, the amazing thing, Biden's always complaining, oh, he didn't stop China fast enough, except he didn't want to stop him at all. You know, little things like this. But, you know, he's always complaining, and yet he was here for 47 years. Right? I say, Joe, it's not like you're an outsider. And it wasn't that long ago either. 47 years, and all he does is complain. Biden had 47 years to fight for seniors and reduce prescription drug costs, and look what I've done. And I've just exercised. They're going to come down 70, 80, 90%. Because I just did something that nobody thought anybody would do. A favored nations clause. We pay the lowest in the world. You'll see numbers that are shocking. They're not happy with me, the big pharma. Big pharma is spending a lot of money. When you see those ads, please remember, every one of those ads means your drug prices are coming down. They can't believe it. I tried to make a deal with them. I did. I tried. But we couldn't. In the end, we couldn't. They got too greedy. Too much money. But you know, last year we brought drug prices down 1%. I'm not bragging about it. It's the first time in 52 years that drug prices came down. But now we're going for the big one. Now we're going for the big one. And you know, rebates, you know, the richest people, the middlemen. You know the middlemen about drugs? You know that? We have middlemen. Nobody knows who the hell they are. Never hear middle women. I hear middlemen, so we'll make it politically correct. Middlemen. No, they're called middlemen. Nobody knows who they are. These guys are so rich. Who are they? I'll bet you Hunter gets a piece of the action, do you think? Hunter Biden is a middleman on top of everything else. He gets it from China. He gets it from Ukraine. He got $3.5 million from Russia, from Moscow. He got $3.5, and on top of everything else, he's a middleman. Nah, I'll bet he is. He probably gets a piece of the action. But instead, he sold seniors out to the drug lobby and to Big Pharma. That's Biden Sr. I'm taking on the powerful special interests like never before. Nobody's ever done this before. Nobody's ever done it before. I mean, you know, for years you heard about drug prices. Nobody ever did anything. And now you hear about drug prices and they're dropping. They're going to be dropping like a rock. Also, I'm letting your governor, your great governor, buy until the thing kicks in and probably litigation. But, you know, I've exercised this whole thing with favored nations. So if Germany pays 10 cents for a pill and we're paying $2.50, and you have that kind of disparity, it's ridiculous, that we have the right to match. In other words, we get the lowest price. But until it kicks in, Canada pays half of what we pay. So I'm letting your governor and other governors go to Canada, buy your drugs through Canada, save 50%. We get rid of the middlemen. The other thing we did very big, much less than what we're talking about, but very big, we capped insulin costs for medicine and Medicare. For Medicare plans at less than $35 a month. People were dying because they couldn't afford insulin. 33 million seniors. 33, think of this. $35, but 33 million seniors on Medicare will soon be receiving $200 to help with their drug costs on top of everything else. Nobody's done. By the way, in all fairness, nobody has done anything like this. But your big thing is going to be when you see what happens with the favored nations, because you've been hearing about it for years, where other countries are paying a tiny fraction of what we bear all of the cost because our politicians sold us out. They sold us out. But I'm not a politician, so it's one of the... I couldn't stand watching it. To battle the China virus, we launched the largest mobilization since World War II. Our early and aggressive action saved more than 2 million lives. I acted early to ban travel from China and... how about this? You should have done it sooner. But in the meantime, when I did it, he called me xenophobic. Right? And then months later, he agreed that I was right. And now he's saying, I should have done it sooner. This guy. I also banned it from Europe because I saw with Italy and with Spain and with France. And by the way, they have a big spike right now. They have a very big spike right now, and we're doing good. We are rounding the turn. We have the vaccines coming and all, but even without, we're rounding the turn. People are pandemicked out. You know that? They're pandemicked out. That's why it's so great what your governor's done. He's opened up your state. You're doing great. We pioneered life. And by the way, you get it. You know, like I say, here I am. I'm here. I'm here. And now I'm immune. I can jump into this audience and kiss every man and woman. I'm immune. Right? They say. It used to be you're immune for life. And then when I got it, I said I'm immune. They said it's only good for 4 months. See if anybody else. You understand that, right? I'll jump into that audience right there. We pioneered life-saving therapies and reduced the fatality rate 85%. Think of it. And I had it too. I didn't feel good. I feel not so great. And I'm not used to that. And we can't let that happen to a president because we have to be at the top of our game. That's why you can't let Biden be president, because he's not at the top of his game mentally. Can't have that. One thing I can tell you, Putin, President Xi of China, Kim Jong-un, all of them, Macron, they're very much at the top of their game. You can't let this happen to our country. You can't. But I was laying, and you know, if you're president, one thing you're guaranteed, lots of doctors. and they would grab me, and they grabbed me by every part. They had hands all over me. I said, get the hell out of here. I just don't feel good. And we ended up, I used the drug Regeneron, which nobody ever thought about 6 months ago. And I woke up the next morning, and I felt like Superman. Get me out of here. I said, get me out of here. And Eli Lilly makes a similar product, and we're going to distribute that. We're trying to get emergency use so we can do it faster because it's early, but it's fantastic, antibodies. And we're going to distribute it all over, and we're going to make sure that people that have a problem, they get the same drug as I got, and I'm telling you, it'll be the same result. It'll be the same result, and it's free. We're going to do it free. Companies are working with us. Because it's not their fault. It's China's fault. It's not their fault. But I woke up and I felt good. I said, get me out of here. Boom, Superman. Through Operation Warp Speed, we will have 100 million vaccine doses before the end of the year. And our military is going to distribute them. And there's nobody like our military. The vaccine will end the pandemic, but even without the vaccine, the pandemic is ending. It's going to end. It ends with it. But, you know, this can go quickly. This can make it go a lot faster. Biden's lockdown will crush America. My plan will crush the virus and bring back your American dream. So we're joined today by some very special people. A friend of mine, somebody that's been with me from the beginning. I've been with him from the beginning. He's very difficult because when he needs something for the state, like money, he'll call me all the time. I say, Doug, do me a favor, give me a break. But I guess that's what you're supposed to do, right? That's what you want. He's supposed to call, and finally I'll say, all right, Doug, you got it. Get out of here. Promise not to call. Then he'll call me 2 weeks later. I need more. But he's a great governor, one of the greatest governors. He's done a fantastic job. You're down to very low numbers, by the way. Doug Ducey. Doug, please. And we want you to vote for Martha McSally. Save your Second Amendment. Save your Second Amendment. Doug, you want to come up? Come up, Doug. Come here for a second. Come on, Doug. I'll tell you, this guy has been a great governor. I don't know if you like him or not. I don't care. He's been a great governor. Come on, Doug.
Donald Trump will win Arizona. Donald Trump will be reelected President of the United States. And along with Donald Trump and Mike Pence, Martha McSally on November 3rd will join them in the U.S. Senate. Mr. President, because of your policies, Arizona's economy is booming. Our home values are rising faster than anywhere else in the nation, and Amy Coney Barrett will be confirmed to the Supreme Court. Joe Biden is wrong for America. Joe Biden would lock us down. Joe Biden would reduce your income $6,500, and Joe Biden would make Washington, D.C. a state. And how many presidents of the United States would protect Arizona by talking about what Bernie Sanders wants to do here by endorsing Prop 208, wanting to raise our taxes 77%. So on November 3rd, vote no on Prop 208 and vote yes for Donald Trump and Mike Pence to go back to the White House.
Thank you, Doug. He's a great governor. He's a great, great governor. What a job he's done. And you know what? We're not going to take her time or anything, but Martha McSally is here. She's saving your Second Amendment. She's been a great, great senator. Martha, come here, honey. She's been a great, great senator. And just go out and vote for Martha McSally. Save your Second Amendment. Save your Second Amendment. Thank you, Lynn. I'll see you down there. Thank you, darling. She's done a great job. And she's a worker, and she's a great fighter pilot. They told me all about her. Some of the pilots, they said she was a great fighter pilot. So thank you, Martha. Thank you. Thank you, Doug. We also have a congressional candidate that they say is a star in the making. I've heard it from a lot of people. Vote for Brandon Martin. Where's Brandon? Brandon, good luck, man. I hear it's going good? Good. Thank you, Brandon. Brandon Martin. Thank you, Brandon. You're going to do great. I heard you're doing really well. Under my administration, we built the greatest economy in the history of the world, and now we're doing it again. You know, it's Make America Great Again, right? I say, Make America Great Again, 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 again. We did it, and now we had to do it again. It's all right. It's happening, and it's happening much faster. It looks like a super V. In my first 3 years, we increased family income more than 5 times the gains in all 8 years under the last administration. Think of that. 5 times more in the first 3 years, 5 times more than 8 years of the Obama-Biden administration. That's not even believable. African-American unemployment, Hispanic American unemployment, Asian American unemployment all reached record lows, the lowest in the history of our country. We lifted 6.6 million Americans out of poverty, including more than 1.5 million Hispanic Americans. That's a record. And I'm doing very well in the polls with Hispanic Americans, but I always like you and you always like me. The fake news just didn't know that. Our policies are lifting up all Americans of every income. Since the China virus, we created 11.4 million American jobs. It's a record, too. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. You know, the unemployment rate, and normally I wouldn't be happy about this, right? But the unemployment rate a week ago hit 7.8%. Think of that. Now, we were hearing 42. It's going to go to 42. It's going to go to 44. It's going to go to 38. 7.8% and heading this way. Think of that. Would you believe that? Normally, I wouldn't say it because we were at 3.4, 3.5, and heading even better than that, but that's okay. We'll be there soon. After the virus left China, we experienced the smallest contraction of any major Western country and the fastest recovery anywhere in the world from an economy standpoint. And we've already cut the unemployment rate in less than half. That's a fantastic thing. Under Biden and Obama, it took over 3.5 years for Arizona to regain 60% of the jobs lost in the crisis, and we've done it in 4 months. Think of that. And it wasn't our fault. Wasn't our fault. Manufacturing production is up 61%. Retail sales are up, 121%. That means more than before the pandemic. And automobile production, nobody's going to believe this one, is up 350% since April lows. 350%. I have a way that we can stop it. Elect Sleepy Joe. No, who has a 401k? Okay. So if I told you that your 401ks, and you're all at record highs or very close, right? If I told you that your 401ks will be cut in half and much worse than that, that's what's going to happen. You're going to end up in a depression with this guy. He's going to raise your taxes by 4 or 5 times, and they're going to put on regulations. Every company's going to say, let's get out of here. Because I'll tell you, the regulation cuts, which are more than any administration's ever done, the regulation cuts in their own way were more important than the biggest tax cut in the history of our country. Thank you, man. As president, I've been delivering for our incredible Hispanic American community like nobody has done before. And I'm fighting for school choice, safe neighborhoods, and Hispanic-owned small businesses. Joe Biden would wipe out your small businesses with lockdowns and regulations. You know, he said the other day, oh, I'd lock it down. Oh, great. Thanks a lot, Joe. We appreciate it. And devastate your families with massive tax hikes. He will wage war on Catholic organizations, ban charter schools, fund extreme late-term abortion, and he'll let socialists run wild. And we will never have a socialist country. We will never have it. We can't. We won't have a country. That's why we're going to win a record share of the Hispanic vote this November. Get out and vote. Get out and vote. For decades, our politicians spent trillions of dollars rebuilding foreign nations, fighting foreign wars, defending foreign borders. But now we are finally protecting our nation, rebuilding our cities. We are protecting our borders. You know, the wall is almost finished, right? Our southern border. And by the way, the biggest beneficiary maybe happens to be Arizona. That wall, how good is the wall? The governor was telling me before they stopped coming in. Now they come in legally. Now the wall is great. Goes down deep and it goes up high. No more tunneling. And we're bringing our jobs, our factories, our troops back home in the USA where they belong, right? Under my leadership, we achieved the most secure border in U.S. history. Our southern border is now, and I want to thank Mexico. Mexico has right now 27,000 troops guarding our border. How about that? And we built almost 400 miles of the wall. We're averaging about 10 miles a day, and it's the best. It's exactly what Border Patrol wanted. I said, I'd like to just put up concrete plank. They said, no, sir. We got to have it this way, sir. We gave them the ultimate, we gave them everything they wanted, and they're really happy, and it's had a huge impact. We've got the best border that we've ever had, and you know what? You have a big chunk of it right here, and it's really worked. You have 200 miles, they tell me, 200 miles. 200 miles, I didn't even know you had. That's a lot of mileage. You're not paying a damn cent for it either. All compliments of the federal government, right? Remember when Nancy Pelosi, they all said, we don't need a wall. Walls are obsolete. Two things don't get obsolete, walls and wheels, right? Everything else is obsolete. You know, they developed a new chip yesterday. In about 15 minutes, it's going to be obsolete. They developed a new computer, 15 minutes, obsolete. The two things that will never be obsolete, a wheel and a wall. Remember the Democrats, they said, no, we want drones. We want drones. So you can have drones watching everybody pour into the country. No, thank you. Nope. 200 miles of wall in Arizona, and you got it all. It's all done. Joe Biden's party continues to attack our incredible border agents, and they are, more than half of whom happen to be Hispanic Americans. I know a lot of them. Right? There we go. Yo. These are guys here. Am I right? Right? The Republican Party will always stand with the heroes of ICE and Border Patrol. These are incredible people. They're doing an incredible job. My opponent's immigration plan is the most extreme proposal ever put forward. Biden's plan would eliminate U.S. borders by implementing nationwide catch and, they want nationwide catch and release. You know what catch and release is? You catch them, take their name, they could be murderers, rapists, and then you release them into our country. Guess what? We don't do that anymore, okay? That wasn't easy. But it would have made every community into, and they want to make every community into a sanctuary city. And they want to suspend all removals of illegal aliens. So what they're doing, and this is done by Crazy Bernie, right? You know, Bernie Sanders made a deal. We call it the manifesto with Joe Biden. And it's further left than Bernie ever was. Joe did a great job of negotiation. It's supposed to bring him to the right. He brought him to the left. It would mean the total nullification of U.S. borders, overwhelming every city and town in America. MS-13 and criminal cartels would rampage throughout our country freely. If Biden wins, your borders are gone, which means your health care is gone, the middle class is gone, and your safety is gone. Other than that, he's doing quite a good job. From the moment I took office, I worked night and day to stop illegal immigration. It wasn't easy, and now we've got it. And stopping it for Arizona was a big deal. I ended catch and release. I closed the lobbyist loopholes. I took down the smugglers and coyotes. These are not nice people, by the way. And I kept my promise to the American people. We are finding the drug dealers all over, and we are arresting the drug dealers like they have never been arrested before. We're finding the predators. We're finding the gang members. We're finding MS-13 killers, and we are either throwing them in jail or sending them the hell back home where they came from. We invested $2.5 trillion in our military. We have the greatest equipment now anywhere in the world. And you know, when I first got here, a very highly overrated general told me, "Sir, we have no ammunition." I said, "No president should ever hear that. We have no ammunition." Truly, this was a general who I didn't have a lot of respect for, but he said we had no ammunition. So I said, well, we're going to have to do something. We got $2.5 trillion. We now are the envy of the world. We have weapons, the likes of which nobody in the world has. Russia, China, nobody. And for our vets, we passed VA choice and VA accountability. We killed the leader of ISIS, al-Baghdadi. And we took out the world's #1 terrorist and mass murderer of American troops and many, many people. Soleimani is dead. I withdrew from the last administration's disastrous Iran nuclear deal, $150 billion, $1.8 billion in cash. Not the best deal. It would have been ending now almost anyway. I recognized the true capital of Israel and opened the American embassy in Jerusalem. I also recognized Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights. They've been working on that for 52 years. I got it done in 2 hours. And instead of the endless wars, we're forging peace in the Middle East. No blood in the sand. I did more in 47 months than Joe Biden did in 47 years. A vote for Republicans is a vote for safe communities, great jobs, a limitless future, and for the American dream. It's for the American dream. Remember, you know, the Republican Party is the party of Abraham Lincoln, right? The party of American. You know, Abraham Lincoln, I tell that to people, they never knew. They said, gee, I never knew that. But Abraham, Honest Abe, was a special person. But in conclusion, over the next 4 years, we will make America into the manufacturing superpower of the world, and we will end our reliance on China once and for all. It's already happening. We will hire more police, increase penalties for assaults on law enforcement, and we will ban deadly sanctuary cities. We will uphold religious liberty, free speech, and the right to keep and bear arms. We will strike down terrorists who threaten our citizens, and we will keep America out of these ridiculous foreign wars. Foreign wars. Countries you've never even heard of. We will maintain America's unrivaled military might, and we will ensure peace through strength. We will end surprise medical billing, require price transparency. It's already done. It's all signed. Starts on January 1st. It'll be more important watch than health care. It'll be even more important. I'm telling you, it's the numbers you're talking about. Price transparency, remember. Further reduce the cost of prescription drugs, and we will always protect patients with pre-existing conditions, always. America will land the first woman on the moon, and the United States will be the first nation to land an astronaut on Mars. It's happening soon. And NASA is now the space center of the world again. It was a mess. We will stop the radical indoctrination of our students and restore patriotic education to our schools. We will teach our children to love our country, honor our history, and always respect our great American flag. And we will live by the timeless words of our national motto, "In God We Trust." For years, you had a president who apologized for America. Now you have a president who is standing up for America and standing up for the great people of Arizona. This is the most important election in the history of our country. It's the most important. I never thought I'd be saying that. It's the most important. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. This is the most important election in the history of our country. And I never thought I'd be saying that. But I'm seeing where these people want to take us. They want to take us into a land that's never worked. Look at Venezuela. It's the same ideology, same philosophy. It's just a much bigger version, but it can happen. We can't let it happen. The United States will never be a socialist nation. Can't happen. So get your friends, get your family, get your neighbors, get your coworkers, get your boss, and get out and vote. From Phoenix to Flagstaff, from Mesa to Yuma, from Tombstone, what a great name, to right here in Tucson, we stand on the shoulders of red-blooded American patriots who poured out their heart, sweat, and soul for our liberty and for our freedom. This great, great, great state. I love this state. I love this state. No, it's been, you know what? Arizona's been good to me from the beginning. From the beginning, from day one, right? We had the big victory. My first speech was in Arizona, right? Remember? Phoenix. Remember that? And we had this big convention hall. I said, how the hell are you going to fill it? And we had that thing packed, and there were lines outside. They couldn't get in. I said, wow. And that's when the fake news started saying, what the hell is going on with this Trump guy, right? Remember that in Phoenix? The big convention center was packed, and there were thousands and thousands of people. It was my first speech. And they started saying, what's that all about? Even I said, what's that all about, right? But I'm glad we all did it. We did it together, and this was the first place, Arizona. Thank you very much. Thank you. This great state was settled by some of the toughest men and strongest women ever to walk the face of the earth. Arizona is where Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday became American legends. Wyatt Earp. It's where the great American West became the American dream. And Arizona is the state where generations of pioneers and prospectors, miners and ranchers, cowboys and cattle hands, marshals and lawmen tamed the frontier, braved the blazing sun like I'm doing right now. I'm going to be like a... You're going to see me tomorrow. I'm going to look like a lobster. You're going to say, look what we did to him. They said, would you like to wear a hat? I said, there's no way I'm wearing a hat. I got to show these. We got to show strength, right? Strength. And showed the entire world how the West was won. This is it. They helped make America into the greatest nation in the history of the world, and the best is yet to come. It's happening. It's happening. Proud citizens like you helped build this country, and together we are taking back our country. We are returning power to you, the American people. With your help, your devotion, and your drive, we are going to keep on working. We are going to keep on fighting. And we are going to keep on winning, winning, winning. We are one movement, one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. And together with the incredible people of Arizona, we have made America powerful again. We have made America wealthy again. Stock market. We have made America strong again, our military. We have made America proud again. We have made America safe again. and we will make America great again. Thank you very much. Thank you, Arizona. Get out and vote. Get out and vote. Thank you.
President Trump wrapping up the second rally in a doubleheader today from Tucson. We were in Prescott earlier today, and now we head back east to Erie. Tomorrow, you don't want to miss it. Live coverage all day from Erie with Scott Pressler and Mike Nificent. Tomorrow from Erie, Pennsylvania, and then to North Carolina. Things are going to be heating up on the campaign trail very, very soon after the debate. On Thursday, we expect multiple rallies to be announced, and it's going to be 12 days of hell. That's what I'm calling it. As we're going to travel this country and help President Trump bypass mainstream media, get his message out to everybody. You know, the speech in Phoenix that he was talking about back in 2015, that's the first speech that Right Side covered. We got 1 million views on that speech. And I knew at that point that we were going to find a way to travel all across the country and cover every single one of these. And here we are 5 years later, and we're back in Arizona, and just a couple weeks away from another presidential election. We appreciate all of you. I wish I could play the great YMCA song right now, as you're going to see President Trump show off his dance moves right there. But unfortunately, we can't do the copyright on YouTube, but we're going to keep the camera on him and go back to Liz Willis here in a second, who's live from the scene. But if you're interested in helping Right Side get to all these events, we are a small media company, and we have been taking on and beating the mainstream media on YouTube and the view counts, and we thank you so much for that. If you'd like to help us, you can support us at rsbnetwork.com/donate, and we can't thank you enough, because it is extremely expensive, and we are going to be pushed to the limit over the next 15 days. So thank you again for all of your support, and thanks to the moderators, thanks to all of you in the chat room who work hard to make our chat family friendly, and we appreciate you more than you know. Hope you enjoyed the 2 cameras that we have today. I'll put that up really quick. We're starting to do that at as many events as possible now. We're going all out for you guys to show you all that it's a movement. It's not just fake news won't show the crowds, because they don't want you to see how many people and the diversity at these events like we do here at Right Side. So we're going to send it back to Liz here in just a second. I want to say thanks again. God bless you all. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow from Erie, Pennsylvania, a 4 p.m. Eastern time start. President Trump will speak at 7 p.m., and then we're headed to North Carolina. See y'all tomorrow.
Watching history in the making here with President Trump's 2020 election campaign. This atmosphere is extremely energetic, and that dance at the end with the YMCA gets better and better every single time. Another incredible event put on by the Trump campaign, of course, President Trump himself. Sometimes I want to pinch myself, because I always wonder, is he going to have enough energy? Is he going to be able to get through a second rally of the day, an hour-and-a-half speech in 100-degree heat at 74 years old? When will I learn mine are almost entirely viewer funded, so we rely on your donations to stay in business, to keep us traveling this great country and broadcasting President Trump's rallies live. There are a number of ways you can help support us and contribute to RSBN. The first one being YouTube live chat. Just click that $sign in the bottom right-hand corner of the super chat and donate absolutely any amount. The second way is our website. This is a tried, true, and trusted source because it's done through PayPal. So you can just use our website, www.rsbnetwork.com/donate for that one. Again, those messages will get to us as well. We get them on my phone, through my email, so if you want to give us a message, we read every single one of them, and we can't thank you enough for your continuous support. A third way to donate is a non-electronic form, so you can actually send a check to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. Moderators, thank you so much for being here today, for always keeping our chat room fun, clean, and family friendly. I also want to say finally thank you to our partners over at Disney Coins. They've been incredible to work with and always so supportive of us here at RSBN. We want to make sure our viewers and our friends check them out and show their support with Disney Coins as well. It's a precious metals company specializing in both copper and silver coins. They come in 1-ounce coins, 2-ounce coins, and 4-ounce silver bars. There are 2 new designs every single month highlighting different accomplishments under President Trump's administration since taking office in 2016. Here at RSBN, we're collecting all of the designs, and we hope you'll collect them with us. If you do purchase, make sure to use code RSBN at checkout for a percentage off your order, and be sure to tag us on Twitter and Instagram for a repost. We love to share with our followers Disney Coins products. They're also doing a massive MAGA giveaway in honor of the 2020 presidential election, so check that out on the left-hand side of the screen. You'll see the giveaways tab on the left-hand side of the screen, so check that out. That's www.disneycoins.com. Of course, now that our day is wrapping up here in Tucson, Arizona, the wind starts blowing. It's starting to feel really incredible. The sun is starting to set a little bit, and overall, it was an incredible rally. It was reported that the campaign expected 10,000 people. However, looks like they shattered those records. Over 10,000 people came to this tarmac today at Tucson International Airport. So thanks to everyone for coming out and support. And for everyone at home who was able to tune in online. We are looking forward to covering tomorrow's campaign rally live from Erie, Pennsylvania, followed by Wednesday's rally in Gastonia, North Carolina, all leading up to President Trump's presidential debate on Thursday from Nashville, Tennessee. We look forward to seeing you guys soon. God bless you. I'm wrapping up. Good night.